change that. I'll change the bit rate. I think I might have it a bit too high, even though the internet is good enough to deal with it. Mind you, because they're streaming beyond HD, it shouldn't be too bad. Can anyone hear me? I think, yeah, I can see myself live on my main YouTube channel. I can see myself live on Twitch as well. Let me put in the music. Okay, welcome in everyone. Yep, just going straight into it. How is everybody at the moment? Yeah, just wait for people to turn up, I suppose. I mean, it has been ages since I've live streamed, so I wouldn't be surprised if not a crazy number of people turn up at the start, but here we are now. Welcome in, Calvin. Welcome in. It has been a very long time, and I've got a lot to talk about as well. A lot of really, really good things as well. This is not like a, yeah, this is not exactly a full-time return to, you know, streaming 3 days a week. I just figured, well, I'm going to be going on holidays very soon. I had a very big weekend the last weekend. I got another video out. I went to PAX, ran a marathon, and, you know, I got a new console and a new game as well. So I figured, you know what, to hell with it. I'm going to just, you know, at least for once anyway, give it, yeah, give this live streaming thing one more try. Yeah, at least one go anyway. Just want to make sure everything's all set up. I think everything's set up, ready to go. But yeah, Forza Crew also welcome in as well. Thank you very much. Even though, just to be clear, ladies and gentlemen, my birthday was technically yesterday. I was actually thinking about streaming yesterday, but I looked at everything that was all set up and I wasn't entirely sure. Basically, I wasn't really completely ready, you know, getting the camera in, making sure, you know, all the stream chats and all the stream elements, all that, you know, all that stuff is actually in, you know, in order, and obviously getting everything set up, creating the thumbnail for it. I wasn't completely ready to do it, if if that makes sense. But yeah, enough about me for now anyway. How is everybody else at the moment? You guys like the cap, by the way? Anyone who's a fan of Rammstein would definitely appreciate this cap. I literally got it just a couple of weeks before, literally only just a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, wore it to PAX, and honestly, I looked fucking badass in it. Yeah, I'll just wait for a few people to turn up first, since, you know, this is a yeah, a new this is a live stream I haven't done in a very long time. Might just put that on pause for a second. Sorry, I just want to make sure everything's all good. When will there be a new Forza review? I recently watched all other Forza reviews and they were amazing to watch. Oh yeah, there'll definitely be more Forza reviews because oh by the way, Melon, welcome in. First time I come back on a live stream in nearly a month, and of course you're gonna turn up, which I really appreciate. Check her out on Twitch. One of the nicest people I've ever met, and yes, also met you at PAX just that weekend as well. And yeah, needless to say, what a weekend that was. Yeah, how are you pulling up from that? Yeah, how are you actually pulling up from the yeah, how are you pulling up from PAX? Yeah, I'm actually pulling up pretty well, considering I literally ran a marathon on top of that as well. So, yeah, recharge, thankfully. I mean, I'm already back at the gym, so, hang on, guys. Here's the thing. Sorry, Matt. I'm literally live on my main YouTube channel as well. So I've got a lot of comments coming in at once. So I'm gonna try and deal with two different ones at once. Boxcat, welcome in. Vish, I'll just say Vish. Thank you. Love your content. Keep at it. Thank you very much. Rec, also welcome in. Foxcat, can you do a marathon while stream? Well, can you at least let me recover, Foxcat? I literally ran 42 kilometers last week. So be listening while I play Mega Ball. Keep looking. Yeah, that's understandable, Melvin. I've got so many messages to keep up with. We already had enough of a chat. We already talked to each other. We were together in person only just recently, so completely understandable. But yeah, everybody give anyone who's watching this from Twitch, give Melon Potato a follow. Literally my favorite streamer, and also a good friend as well on top of that. So Anthony, also welcome in. It's me, Anthony. I just made a new Twitch account. All right, no, that's completely understandable. I'm assuming you might have met. Yeah, I'm assuming you probably met me at PAX if you recognize me. Give me a sorry guys, I got so many messages to keep up with. I guess that's what happens when you return. Or yeah, this is what happens when you return to live streaming. When will okay, by the way, Forza crew, if you're still there, to answer your question, yes, there'll definitely be another Forza review. As a matter of fact, I'm actually when I said I was going to go on holidays, I'm actually going on a little road trip around the east coast of Australia, where I'll be going past parts of the map that Forza Horizon 3 is based off, including Byron Bay, Surfers Paradise, the Seacliff Bridge, all those spots. I'm actually going to be going there in person and taking some photos and videos. I actually did that I did that a few years ago, but I think now's the time to sort of update and get, you know, pardon me, a few extra ones, if that makes sense. A few more extra, few extra shots. As well as actually visit Parkway Drive, like actually Parkway Drive at Byron Bay, because Parkway Drive are one of my favorite bands, who I will be seeing in this this February. So yeah, there'll definitely be Forza reviews. Because I'm not going to be live streaming, it's pretty much, I've decided from now on I'm going to be live streaming just sort of sporadically, just like, you know, every once in a while when I'm in the mood. Like, for example, it's my birthday. Well, yesterday it was, so I figured, yeah, that's a good excuse to do so. So it's better to do them when you're just sort of, yeah, and then just a little bit, and then just putting more primary focus on my YouTube channel. But looking how many messages there are in the chat, it's pretty clear you guys you guys really appreciate when you join in. Mexican Turtle, thank you, by the way, for the thank you for the birthday wishes. Welcome in. Boxing Lounge, welcome in. Welcome in as well. You just turned 48 today. There we go. Our birthdays are like one day different from each other. Yeah, congratulations on reaching 48 as well. Rec, also, thank you very much. Also, TV, welcome in. Happy birthday and lots of love from Scotland as always. No worries. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining in. Awesome. Stefan, welcome in. Why are you not upside down? Well, I don't know. Maybe gravity is just really good. Maybe it's because I turned the camera upside down. You never know. By the way, I've been playing a lot of Sonic Racing Crossworlds recently. That did only come out recently. I actually did get it. There was an opportunity to get an early access code. I probably could have put my my name in the hat, if that makes sense, but I guess I just never got around to doing it. Fortunately, I've got one game that I will be playing on. I think you already get the idea. NASCAR 25. The reason I was able to get a copy yesterday, like when it first came out, is simply because iRacing Studios actually gave me a free copy of the game. So I wasn't honest. I honestly wasn't anticipating on actually playing it, but then they gave me a free copy. I'm like, there you go. There's an excuse to play it. What else? Or Jav Knight, welcome in. Coincidence, I was just watching your Red Dead 2 review because I bought the game yesterday for $10. It is one of the greatest video games I have ever played. One of the greatest. Absolutely one of the best. And my review of it is also one of my best reviews as well, I would say. It's certainly one of the longest, though. I can't believe how long. I mean, I was working full-time on my channel around that time, and it still took me nearly 2 months to make, because it's a big video game. I remember giving myself a few months, like actually playing it for a few months while working on other reviews, and then once I actually completed the game, and then after I think my last review was Midnight Club Los Angeles, and then once I did that, it's like, okay, now I need to focus on Red Dead Redemption 2, because it is such a huge game. It's, when it comes to attention to detail, it's like any other video game I've ever played, by far. 42 kilometers, it is very impressive. I'm certainly to be able to do that while also taking over 10,000 steps a day during the weekend at PAX. On top of that, thank you, by the way, Foxcat. Give me a second. Sorry, guys, I just want to look at the rest of it. Of course, what's your favorite type of game to review? Good question. I guess sometimes it's good to sort of review something out of sort of outside of racing and open world. It's just good to no, I'm not Moa. I was just talking about it because someone actually messaged it in the chat. Welcome in, by the way, Moa. just anything outside of the racing genre, because it gives me, I guess you could say, the best games, because they give, you know, you get more, basically the best games and the worst games, and not in between. Best because obviously they're considered masterpieces, and you know, they're great video games to play. And then there's obviously a bit more research, so there's a bit more to talk about, like the Mass Effect 2 re-review, which is, in my opinion, my favorite video, because, you know, one of my all-time favorites, and because it's a masterpiece, there's a lot to talk. Yeah, there was a lot of research, you know, in terms of how it was developed, like a mini documentary. So yeah, it makes completing these videos all the more satisfying, and also just being fun to play. Sonic Racing Cross World Time Trial is difficult, as a lot of racing games usually are. Might get S rank, but I might get too close to it. Always wanted to know why you stopped scoring the reviews. Well, awesome. It's because sorry if I'm not keeping up in the chat. I want to make sure that every single message, I want to check every single message in the chat, make sure no one gets left out. It's because I think rating games out of 10 it's like, do you rate games out of 10 based on when they came out, or base it on what it's like today, if that makes sense? So what I do nowadays is usually review it from the perspective of when it first came out, and when I make comparisons to other video games, I like to compare it to games that came around at that time or that came before it. I just think comparing games to get, you know, let's say, you know, Gran Turismo 1 and trying to compare it to Gran Turismo 7, it's like, no, that doesn't make any sense. And then I usually conclude by saying, is it worth playing today? And I figured that's probably a better way, that's a better judgment to decide whether it's actually worth playing or not. I might actually turn on the aircon. It's actually quite... Sorry, guys. It's actually quite, yeah, it's actually quite warm. Yeah, sorry, it's actually quite, warm today. It's actually 31 degrees Celsius here where I am at the moment. It's actually, the weather's actually getting quite warm, so I figured shut this door, because luckily I've got a split system in here. Give me a second. So yeah, I hope that answers your question. I like to conclude by saying, is it worth playing today, yes or no? And if it's a yes, then yeah, that's basically one way of saying it's good, and yeah, and deciding to yeah, still worth playing today, especially if it's an older one. Safe to say next for it will be Horizon 3. Yeah, I like to talk about I like to go through franchises in chronological order, so I can make predecessor comparisons, which is usually a fairer way to analyze whether it's actually improved as a sequel or not. So that's why Horizon 3, and then Motorsport 7, and then Horizon 4, Horizon 5, and then Motorsport 2023, or Motorsport 8. I honestly call it Motorsport 8. And then in the future, when it does come out, Horizon 6, which, you know, I'm pretty keen when that first comes out. Oh god, there's so many messages to keep up with. I do apologize. Welcome in, Final Flame Productions from Ireland. Yes, I'm here in Australia. It wouldn't be too late where you are, at least. That's one consolation. It's currently 8:20 p.m, but welcome in. So racing is definitely better than MK World. Better than Mario Kart World. That is actually one of the video games that I'm actually planning on playing on this live stream, since I've got it installed on my Nintendo Switch 2 over there. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I actually have a Nintendo Switch in my collection. I do have the Switch 2, the newest one. So yeah, that's why it's in the that's why it's in the in the title, because I only just bought it a couple of days ago, and I've only really been playing around with it recently. So I just, there's an excuse to play. Just do a live stream of it. Let's have Miku and SpongeBob. Oh, because they're in the Sonic game. That makes sense now. Yeah, I think those two, well, I suppose because Miku feels more like a Sega type of character, and SpongeBob obviously is outside Nintendo and Sega. Really happy for your success, buddy. Been watching since you only had 23 subs with the GT3 review. Oh, Gran Turismo 3 review. Ah, yes, the original one. Jeez, that really takes me back. I actually did watch the original one for the update, but yeah, that was way back in 2016. Those original reviews are still there, and my reaction to those original reviews, I actually did a live stream of that when I did a live stream of the 10th anniversary, which I'm still yet to release on my YouTube channel. I need to release those. I still have those archived, because I still have those live stream archives of me reacting to my to practically all of my reviews from the first 12 months. And yeah, my original Gran Turismo 3 re-review, I think that might be one of them. I'm not sure. Rest in peace. The creator of Dead or Alive. Yes, rest in peace. Okay, I used to do 10k. Jesus Christ, there's a lot of... Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that I'm not missing out on anyone. That's all. Any more console reviews? It has been a while. And since now that I've actually got my own house and my own game room, I guess I got less of an excuse... I got, less... there's almost less of an excuse to actually not go back to the console reviews. But since I've decided to take a sort of backseat from live streaming, with this being an exception, I would like to actually go back to the consoles. I mean, I do like to... sort of gather notes. Maybe I can probably gather notes when I'm on holidays. Maybe gather notes for a potential Nintendo Switch 2 review. Maybe. Unless someone... No, I gotta review the Switch 1 console first, because I'm obviously gonna... I'm obviously gonna bring it with me on holidays, because, that's one of the main reasons I got one in the first place. God, I feel like Big Rigs would be a very interesting review. Pegleg Swanson, welcome in as well. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes. Also, I cannot believe I finished Need for Speed Most Wanted on the 360 with a stock Golf this year. Yes, I think didn't you mention that, Anthony? Did you? Oh yeah, did you make a new Twitch account? Yeah, that's right, Anthony. Yeah, I remember you now, Anthony. Sorry. That is a very good effort indeed. I've seen a couple, I think Dove, didn't he do, or Destiny, didn't one of those two do it recently? I think someone released on YouTube, actually beating Most Wanted using the Golf GTI. Never heard of Series Sam before. Well, I live in Victoria, Foxcat. I mean, it is cooling down a little bit, but, it doesn't hurt to... Actually, is it on heat or is it on cool? Hang on. I want to make sure I get the mode correct. Okay, now it's on cool. Cool to 22. That's not too bad. I paused the laughing on the sidelines. I paused the laughing on the side. Thank you very much, Foxcat. I appreciate it. The bad of Sonic Racing is Crossworlds is his price. Well, do you mean the price of the game itself, or the price of stuff that you buy in game specifically? Are you going to any more just any cons in general outside of Australia? I did try, and I actually did get a pass for this to go to Retropalooza, back in 2020, run by the Game Chasers. Rest in peace. Rest in peace, Billy, of course. I heard about, that was devastating when I heard he passed away from cancer. But anyway, I did actually plan on going to Retropalooza in Texas in 2020, but then COVID happened. I did consider going to the Portland Retro Game Expo in 2023, but obviously, the price of this house basically said, you're not going to be able to afford it at the moment, so you need to put as much money into the house first before even thinking about going overseas. I mean, the only reason I'm even going on holidays, this month is because, I'm just going with my parents, and they said, we'll pay for it. There's your birthday present. I'm like, all right, I'll take that. So it has to be, even though I've actually got a month off work, it's actually very, it's a pretty hectic week. I mean, I just came back from PAX a few days ago and, ran a marathon, and here I am about to go on holiday, go on a road trip, to Queensland in a couple of days. It's crazy, isn't it? Maybe there in Australia it might be quite expensive. Yeah, that's the thing, Anthony, because the plane flight, flights from Australia to another country, any part of the world is a lot more expensive because of, where we are in the world, if that makes sense. So, it's a big commitment when I decide, I'm going to go overseas. I would definitely like to do it one day, of course. Maybe next year, you never know, or the year after that. Do I want to? Yes, absolutely. So, but like I said, we'll just see how much money let's just see if I can actually afford it and, make sure everything on the house is done. And I am very close to get everything on the outside. I feel like it's pretty much done basically the house looks as if people live there now, and it looks immaculate. I am so happy with it. This house, I mean, you can only see the game room. Even this game room is really cool, especially now that I've got posters literally all over the wall, like even in front of me as well. There's a Funhouse poster, and the one that I'm pointing at, using my hand, is where a Ford Mustang is. So, and on that side as well, you don't see it as well, there's an Iron Maiden poster, and of course behind me, the Mass Effect Mario, and then as you can see on this side, Persona 5, Metal Gear Solid, and Sonic the Hedgehog, of course. So, So yeah, like I said, it'll just come down to whether or not I will, just to whether or not, I can afford it really, but would I want to? Absolutely. Review Need for Speed Most Wanted on the DS. If you would be better, Stormy Dave, it would actually, welcome in by the way, Stormy. Carlos also welcome in as well. Thank you very much. Yes, it's only a temporary return, but yeah, good to be back. I thought, given what I've accomplished over the last few days, and that it's my birthday, I thought, you know what, just one quick live, one live stream. I'm not gonna. I mean, I've been up to a lot. I've actually got a lot to talk about, and because it's been a while, and I've actually had a chance to actually sleep because I'm currently on holidays at the moment, I figured I'm actually in the right state of mind to actually live stream again, just this once. But yeah, as I was saying, Stormy Day, I'm thinking, because I actually do have this idea of reviewing Need for Speed games. Or, like, for example, the video title would be Need for Speed on Nintendo Wii, or Need for Speed on Nintendo DS, or Need for Speed, or actually, Need for Speed on PlayStation Portable, or Midnight Club on PlayStation Portable. I feel like basically the ports for, like, portable consoles probably deserve, they deserve to be talked about, like, in one, like, basically multiple games in one video, if that makes sense. Mind you, I have actually talked about a couple of Need for Speed games on the Nintendo Wii, including Nitro, Hot Pursuit, and what else? Oh yeah, I tried Need for Speed The Run on the Wii, which is technically on the 3DS as well. Same kind of game. Check out my 10 favorite. Yes, that's actually my most recent video as well. That only came out last week. 10 favorite PS2 games. They never did that, Anthony. There you go. Because I know that somebody, maybe it was you, because I definitely remember you mentioning it in the Discord server, so there you go. Even failed on the stock RX-8 challenging car, but there you go. Well, you can't say he didn't try. Rather than playing the gift of a friend, that was a Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. I'm good. Captain Price, is that you? Is that? I know that's obviously a reference to Call of Duty, of course, Turbo. Welcome in. Mind you, the beard probably almost gives it away. I'd say probably with the cap. It's a Rammstein cap. That's a really cool cap. I always remember talking cap constantly, especially whenever UZ Racer is usually regularly in the chat. I usually bring this up to him because he's from Germany. I would really like a Rammstein cap that's sort of like blood red. It was that one specifically. And during that bridge, I actually eventually got one on it because there was one on Amazon where the postage and handling was free. So I actually got it for a good price and it looks really cool. I literally wore it at PAX that weekend. And it felt great. There were actually a couple of people where I was literally walking around the expo where they were literally like, Rammstein here, Rammstein. And I was like, yep, I'm wearing a good cap. They're one of my favorite bands. And oh, how I wish they would come to Australia. Well, I suppose Till Lindemann, the lead singer, is bringing his solo tour to Australia at least, which annoyingly I'm not able to go because it's on a Sunday night and I cannot get the day off next. I am tempted to just gut it out. Go to the concert on Sunday night, drive 2 hours back home, and then go to work on 6 in the morning. I am tempted. I'm tempted to do that because this is the first time Till Lindemann's come into Australia in like 15 years, so it makes sense. Teddy Belcher, welcome in as well. Sorry guys, I just want to make sure everybody in the message. I've been playing through Gran Turismo PSP on the PSP Go. Yeah, I use the Vita and the PlayStation TV to capture gameplay. Nowadays, I'll probably just use an emulator, like I did for the Burnout Legends review. Here in Brazil, temperature shed, whatever that means. Now in US, it might be costing $70 US. In the US, it must be costing $70 US. Are you talking about the Are you talking about Sonic Racing or Need for Speed Most Wanted? Or are you talking about this cap? Because I suppose all of them cost about the same. Tawa Davidson, hey bro, have you ever played those Need for Speed Shift? Have you played Need for Speed Want to Shoot? Yeah, I've actually done a couple of reviews I've done reviews for both of those games, and they're actually pretty good. Summer Night, welcome in. The stream has no audio, sadly. It's really late where I have to keep watching, but happy birthday, hope you have a good day. Also, will we ever get any Daytona USA or Sega Rally reviews? I do have a review of Daytona USA. It's one of my first ever reviews. Just search Summer Night if you can hear this. Give me a second as well. I might just turn down the audio on this microphone as well. I have to go to Audacity to do it, so it doesn't sound too harsh. That should sound a little bit better for you guys. Does that sound better? doesn't sound too harsh. But yeah, I have reviewed Daytona USA. It was like the first ever game, one of the first games I reviewed. It was on the first year. Sonic Crosswell. Well, it is. Well, Anthony, it's you know, I know it came out this month. It makes sense. Why it costs Need for Speed in the Wii. It is quite funky. Which version, Anthony? Mario Kart Wii review or well, I'm currently... Okay, Anthony, I have reviewed Super Mario Kart on the Super Nintendo and Mario Kart 64, Super Circuit on the Game Boy Advance, which thanks to the Switch 2, and actually the Wii U as well, I have a way to actually capture gameplay. Super Circuit is next, and then Mario Kart Double Dash, which I'm hoping that Double Dash comes out on the Switch 2 through, you know, the Nintendo Classics, because they're actually putting GameCube games there on the Switch 2 specifically. PS2 was great list. Yeah, thank you very much, Carlos. I promised you. Yeah, I sent you a message saying I was going to release a new video, and I did. By the way, okay, so hi Kersh, I've been watching you since the original Gran Turismo 3 review. Glad to see you on stream. Yeah, Ari, yeah, welcome in. I have a little bit of experience in live streaming. It has been a while since I've done it, but yeah, I have been on Twitch for a few years, so yeah, it feels a bit second nature. But yeah, might as well go on my main YouTube channel on top of that. Good to see, yeah, good to see people tune in, and both on Twitch and YouTube as well. So, Josh Tendo, also welcome in. Have you ever been to a feeder gig? They tour a lot in the UK. I didn't know. Awesome. I did not know they were in Australia. Damn it. I could have went. I would have went had I known that. I've been going to a lot of concerts lately. Like last year I went to like 4 concerts, and a year before that I went to a festival and like a couple of other concerts on top of that. So yeah, I have been spending a lot of money on concerts. So oh, by the way, guys, speaking of concerts, actually, you know, yeah, any of you guys probably remember this, the story about how I accidentally lost my key in the concert at Carnival back in August. Well, apparently the people, the people at the place where they had the concert, they actually found the key. So I had to go all the way back to Melbourne to pick it up. So basically, it was found. I lost it, but I found it eventually. So yeah, so anyone who knows about that story, basically the story, everything's all good again. It's a bit surreal. I got a bit lucky. I remember contacting them about emailed them a day after because I was panicking. Basically, I had to get my parents to give me the drive all the way to Melbourne just to give me the spare key to, you know, be able to get access to the car. And then a day later, I emailed, there's a lost, I think I might have lost my key. Yeah, just let me know if you find it. And then a month and a half later, they replied back, literally a month and a half later, they replied back saying, yeah, we found a key. Is this what it looks like? And that was it. I was like, what? Yeah, what are the odds of that? So yeah, more of the story. Yeah, keep your key in your pocket. I mean, given how many concerts I've been to, I'm surprised. Yeah, it's kind of it's kind of impressive that it took that long. Like, given that I've had the car for over a decade, that gives you an idea. But anyway, I digress. I just want to see any other messages in the chat. Give me a second. Sorry, Funky Kong. Maybe because of Funky Kong. Also, are we ever gonna get any? Oh, I've already seen that. Sorry. Damn, I don't know how much I missed that newest video. You'll have to watch. We'll have to watch it later. Watched you review almost all the Burnout games, but not Burnout Dominator. Would you consider? Yeah, definitely. Peg legs. Peg leg swans. Peg leg. I'll just call you Peg leg. That'll make it easier. Burnout Dominator is on the list of games for me to review because I do have it on the PlayStation 2. I've already done Burnout Legends after all. I'm just wondering, should I play it on the PSP or the PS2? Because I do have it on the PS2, of course. That is one I would really like to do a review of. Pardon me. What would be interesting is, because I've actually got a playlist of PlayStation reviews, like the list of reviews of games that are released exclusively on that console. What's funny is the Burnout Dominator review will actually be in there because it was only released for the PlayStation 2 and portable, much like Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories, a Rockstar game that's in the PlayStation playlist because it was only released on PlayStation consoles. Stormy Day, Burnout Dominator. I think you might be talking about Burnout Legends. That was on the Nintendo DS and it was rubbish. I did talk about the DS version of Burnout Legends, so Mario Kart Double Dash is quite amazing. Anthony, I have actually played it because I did do a review of Mario. I did a review of the Nintendo GameCube console because a friend of mine let me borrow his console and he had like all the really good games on it. And yeah, Mario Kart Double Dash was one of them. Got a bit of split screen multiplayer. It was really good. I enjoyed it. And yeah, I really hope it comes out on the Switch too through the Nintendo Classic subscription thing. So I'm definitely gonna get my hands on that. Happy birthday! Thank you very much, Striker. Why didn't you consider reviewing Gran Turismo 4 Prologue, considering how much you dislike the license test? It'll be your worst nightmare. Well, it sounds like I dodged the bullet. Gran Turismo Sport and Gran Turismo 7, yes, I will definitely do reviews of those games. I've already got Gran Turismo Sport in my collection. With Gran Turismo 7, I want to wait till I get my hands on a PlayStation 5. I know it's on the PlayStation 4, but I want to get my hands on the PS5 version because that's the superior one. But because there are literally no games I really want to play on the PlayStation 5 other than Gran Turismo 7, because, for example, Grand Theft Auto 6, for example, I've already got an Xbox Series X to play it. Here's the thing, I picked an Xbox Series X over the PlayStation 5, so, fortunately, Square Eye Jack is letting me borrow his, PlayStation 5 specifically, so when the time comes for me to review Gran Turismo 7, which I'll get my own copy of, he will let me borrow his, he'll let me borrow his PS5 just so I can review it. So it saves me, 700 Australian dollars on buying another console just to review one game, if that makes sense. But yeah, I will definitely review GT7. When? I'm not entirely sure, but do I want to? Yes. Brand new news that might not receive players are mad. Wait to bring back online for Mod Nation races. Really? How so? For the PlayStation 3? Yeah, I know about that game. I mean, at least there's a way to... Do you mean... Yeah, there are... I think it's just... probably through emulation as well. 6 feet gigs and they're incredible live. Yeah, Carnival and Cog, those are the two bands I like to watch. They're prog rock / metal bands from Australia. I've probably seen them about both of those. No, I've seen Carnival 5 times. That was that concert that I went to back in August, and I'm seeing Cog in December, and then I'm going to see Parkway Drive in February. So yeah, I'm still going to gigs. I'm still going to concerts myself. Feeder should be a good one, given how much of a regular they are in the Gran Turismo games, especially the older ones. Give me a second, just making sure. Sorry if I'm behind in the chat. I want to make sure that I want to make sure that no one in the chat is missing. I want to make sure I look at every message. That's all. Give me a sec. I might have to speed it up. I love the PS2. It's so good. It destroyed the Xbox and the GameCube. Well, in terms of sales, it's like the highest selling console of all time. Makes sense. I only played it on 2021. So I'm just making sure. Give me a second. Oh, you're talking about Mod Nation Race. Burnout Dominator on the DS. We already mentioned that. PS2 and PSP version of Dominator has no difference rather than a few sound effects. Well, I suppose I can make graphical comparisons for the two. Because I do like to look at two different versions and see how well it compares to the portable. Like for example, if I were to review The Warriors, developed by Rockstar Games, I would like to look at the PlayStation Portable version as well, for example. Because here's the thing, I actually downloaded it for a PlayStation Portable emulator. That's my first experience of The Warriors on the PlayStation Portable, and it's actually good. It's actually pretty good for a PSP game, let alone one, based off the home console. And, the conversion onto a portable system, it's still good. Good games on the GameCube. Anthony, Metroid Prime is one of the greatest video games I have ever played. That's the best. That's the one I recommend on the GameCube. Luigi's Mansion is another good one. Mario Kart Double Dash, of course. Super Smash Brothers. Star Wars Rogue Squadron 2 Rogue Leader. I think that's the title. Yeah, Star Wars and Smash Brothers. Those were my introductions to the GameCube, if that makes sense. Rosso, welcome in as well. Thank you very much. I missed out on the PS2 event you were hosting at PAX as I went on Friday and couldn't go on Saturday. Like I said, I was about to say, Rosso, luckily, it's going to come out on YouTube in a couple of days. I will talk. That's one of the things I actually wanted to talk about on this stream, but obviously I'm just trying to keep up with it. I'm just trying to keep up with the chat at the same time at the moment. I might need to speed it up a bit, but thank you for the birthday wishes as well. Maybe until December for Gran Turismo 7, since the game will receive an overhaul update. There you go, Anthony. That's another reason why reviewing games when they first come. This is why I never review games when they first come out, because they always keep getting changed thanks to updates. Gran Turismo 7 being one of them. Do Colin McRae rally games? I would like to look at the PlayStation 1 versions, because, yeah, I've already got them in my collection. So, Gran Turismo Sport after the server shutdown. Well, at least Captain Fruit Loops, welcome in as well. At least you can actually play it offline. Gran Turismo 4 is basically beta of 4, so a bit, yeah, so it's a bit like Gran Turismo 5 Prologue in a way, but just tests, and obviously a few more sound effects taken from Gran Turismo 3. So it's sort of like a little bridge between Gran Turismo 3 and 4, and also I think, does it have the chase cam from Gran Turismo 3 as well? Has amazing exclusives, honestly. Yes, it does, Carlos. Say great job in the marathon. Thank you very much, Ross. So yes, I ran. Yeah, I will also mention that as well. Awesome. I didn't stop. I haven't actually technically stopped doing Q&As. What I like to do is do Q&As based on the number. If I ever hit a subscriber milestone, that's when I do the next one. And because I haven't really gained that many subs over the last few years since hitting 100,000, technically, yeah, I'm just waiting for 150,000 subs first, then I do a Q&A. So you might have, so you're like, yeah, so yeah, I hit 75,000 subscribers, then I did a Q&A, and then I did a Q&A after I hit 100,000 subs. So yeah, I'm just, basically awesome. I'm just waiting until I hit 150,000 subs on YouTube. And yeah, admittedly, it has been a while because YouTube and its algorithm is a bit all over the joint, but you know, it is what it is, I suppose. I suppose I'm technically answering a lot of all these questions you guys are giving me at the moment in the chat. So technically, this is a bit of a Q&A in a way. Get you to the top 1 million. I agree, awesome. Oh, I agree very much. Now, deep on it, in all honesty, guys, the last few months I've actually started caring less about, you know, views and subscribers and all. I've honestly stopped caring about numbers now that I've actually sort of, I don't know, maybe I'm just feeling like I'm getting a better sense of accomplishment in just, you know, actually basically I'm more focused on making the best video possible because, I mean, I don't want to sound like I'm bragging, guys, but I am in a, how can I put it this way, in a financially sustainable spot where I can just not really have to worry about money. And yeah, I've literally got this really nice house, so I don't really, you know, I should really care less about views and care more about just making the best video possible. Especially, you know, given all the other things I like to accomplish outside of my channel, which, no, actually, technically on this channel, but I mean, like, outside of just making videos on YouTube, like, you know, the panel and the marathon, for example. Will you do a review of Assassin's Creed? It's be here anytime soon. That's a very interesting username. I have reviewed the first Assassin's Creed back in 2019. Honestly, your reviews got me through university. That's good to hear because that's how I started, actually. Awesome. When I was in the middle of university. Montego, also welcome in. Long time no see. Have you got your Forza Horizon 3 review out yet? Not a full-time. No, I'm not Captain Fruit Loops. Captain, no, I've actually got a full-time job on top of doing all this stuff. So that's why it takes a while to make the reviews nowadays, and it's one of the main reasons why I've decided to take a back seat from live streaming, if that makes sense, with the occasional sporadic one-off return, like you guys are watching right now. So that's why I've, yeah, that's why, because I just want to try and put as much time into the actual reviews themselves, because they just take a long time to make, especially when you work at a full-time job. And because, you know, I am averaging, you know, especially over the last month, I've been averaging over 40 hours a week. So yeah, to make time for reviews on top of that, it's a little bit difficult. But like I said, at least it puts me in a position where I don't, at least I'm sustainable, at least, and you know, I get to live in this really cool house, and you know, for the rest of my life, hopefully. Still waiting for a couple of people for their stuff to do it. No worries, Montego. Yeah, take your time, of course. Do you reckon I'll be able to do a Horizon 3 review before you? You never know. But yeah, take your time. Simon, Benjamin, welcome in as well. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Hope you're having a good, having a very, like I think now's the time to finally talk about the last weekend at PAX, because yeah, needless to say, the last few days have been, they have been about as good as it could possibly get, in my opinion. So yeah, going to PAX, I caught up, just good to catch up with a lot of, you know, people from all, the beauty of being on, the beauty of being on Twitch, actually, the last few years is that it's actually allowed me to network with other YouTubers and other people who are into, who make their own content as well. And obviously, because before I started Twitch, yeah, I've only networked with about 4 or 5 different people over the last 8 years. So, so therefore, you know, the problem is when you're on YouTube, there's no real way to network with others. Whereas if you're live streaming, especially when you're on Twitch, it means that you can actually talk to them live, so you're actually interacting with them. And because I usually follow other creators that are usually and streamers that are primarily from Australia, where I live, it makes it so that way when I go to game expos, it's actually easier to meet up with them in person. So yeah, therefore, I mean, I went from like 5 people to like dozens. I know like dozens of other, you know, YouTubers and streamers all over Australia now. It's crazy. So therefore, it makes going to these game expos a lot better because you've actually got people to catch up with, and it's the social. It may be, I only just discovered this. I mean, obviously, all the different stuff that you see. Fortunately, because I got a special content creator pass. Thank you anyone from PAX, one of the PAX organizers. Thank you very much for that. I really appreciate it. I got in an hour earlier to try out all the new stuff, and the one thing I wanted to try out the most was Metroid Prime 4. That was the one I was looking forward to the most because there was a demo for that. It was a bit weird trying what was essentially Nintendo's mouse attachment, their idea of a mouse where you use one half of those little I don't even know the name for it. I just bought a Switch. I literally just bought a Switch too, and I don't even know what that is. But basically almost like a mouse configuration, which I thought was very interesting because Metroid Prime is a first-person shooter. But it was interesting because but then again, Metroid Prime Trilogy on the Nintendo Wii essentially uses motion controls as an analog stick, and yet that works. So I feel like that's and obviously I imagine there would be an option for the conventional method as well. So yeah, that was my go-to video game for the weekend. And obviously, hang on, I just want to make sure. Where are my notes? But yeah, all the people that I caught up with, if you guys were at the beginning of the stream, Melon Potato, a Twitch partner, was there at the start of the stream. That was one of many people I caught up with. There was just so many people to catch up with. And yeah, that's the social aspect was the best, is easily the best part, just people to catch up with. And it just helps extend the weekend because with all the stuff that's there at PAX, it is very easy to do everything in one day and then just sort of get bored after a couple of days, unless you were at the panel at the PlayStation. That I must confess, guys, which, by the way, that panel will come. Here's the thing with this panel that will be released on YouTube. It'll be released on, Jack made the video, and he's obviously going to be publishing on his. But what's interesting is that we're actually, it will be released under the YouTube Collaborator feature that's just been introduced to YouTube, where basically multiple channels will be tagged on the one video, if that makes sense. So if it comes up, basically if you guys get a notification of a video on my channel on like Saturday, don't be surprised I wouldn't be surprised, because I agreed to it, of course. Fisty Puncher, welcome in as well. Grilled cheese with extras or strictly only cheese? Sounds good to me. Thank you, by the way, Drake. Welcome in. Thank you for the birthday wishes, and also thank you, Montego. Start a Discord server networking if you want to join. Yeah, well, I'll give it a bit of time. I usually have been keeping the service to a minimum since I wanted to take a bit. I wanted to put a bit more focus on the channel itself. But anyway, back to the panel. That was an incredible panel as well. We filled up the whole theater as well. And because it was my first live stream, unsurprisingly, I was scared shitless. Probably looking at the footage now, you probably didn't notice, but honestly, I was shaking at the end of it. Talking about our favorite games, making sure that, because there were actually a couple of slides, because obviously we talk about our favorite game, the first game, our favorite soundtrack. I wanted to make sure that I had notes, make sure I had the right notes, and there were some that I had a lot of notes for, and some that I didn't have too many. You got to make sure that you got to make sure, and also make sure that we didn't talk too long either, because we only had an hour max. We only had an hour at the sorry, I'm just turning off the aircon because it's actually pretty cold now. Talking about the specific game, we want to make sure that you don't take too long, because yeah, we only had an hour, and they usually have a hard cap, they have a hard cap on, making sure, because if we go over an hour, that's it, that's pretty much the end of it. But we actually went exactly the full hour, so it worked pretty well. And then after that, and then literally less than 24 hours later, here's the thing, I did briefly go to the after party bits of PAX, but only briefly. Like, there was like a Twitch meetup, like a Twitch Australia meetup, which I went to, which was in the middle of city which was like on the other side of, almost on the other side of Melbourne. That I really enjoyed, but I had to leave early though, because the Melbourne Marathon literally the next morning started at 6:30 in the morning, so I had to go to, so I was already in bed by 9:30 p.m. It's a bit of a shame, because that meetup was really good. MDFKRZ, I can't even, sorry, I'm not very good at pronouncing usernames as well. Thank you for the birthday wishes as well. It's alright, Calvin, like I said, it'll be up on YouTube very soon. I'll get there eventually. Awesome. I can only review so many games at once. Actually, come to think of it, Montego, you can actually send me a message of the link to this. Send me a link to the server itself. Sorry, I'm just getting all these messages on Discord. On top of that, I take it in Discord if you show a little bit of Sonic Crosswords and Grant. Fair enough, Anthony. You need to head off. That's do what you got to do, of course. I mean, I've just been chatting for nearly an hour now at this rate. Good thing the category at the moment is just chatting right now. But anyway, yeah, the marathon started at 6. What's funny is I actually didn't know it, because I always thought for a long time it started at 7 in the morning, not 6:30. And I was already up. Fortunately, I was already awake at about 5 o'clock. And then I looked at the website and said 55 minutes from now. I thought, oh god, we gotta go now, because where I was staying was like one side, basically north of like the CBD, like in the main city, but the start line was on the other side. So I had to make sure that I got there on time, because I wanted to be at the start line, and I was. Stockbridge, well, Stockbridge, or SI Stockbridge, whatever you want. Again, usernames, I'm usually pretty bad with pronouncing them, but thank you very much for the birthday wish. Thank you for the birthday wishes, I appreciate it. Yeah, I wanted to make sure I got there on time, of course, and I did, fortunately. Oh, Simon. Okay, Simon, I'll take that. Well, to be fair, Simon was not in the user. I'll just call you Simon then, but thank you for that. Yeah, the marathon, it started at 6:30, and because at that moment, the furthest I ever ran at that time was 30 kilometers. That was my longest run I did up to that point, so it was honestly a little bit nerve-wracking, being at the start line, realizing I'm actually going to be running 42 kilometers in one go, and because where we actually started was at the Rod Laver Arena, which is like, the main sort of arena. Anyone who's a tennis fan probably knows the Australian Open. That's basically where the main arena is, where the final is. That's where we started, basically outside there. And then just ran along, the main city, went past the Flinders Street station and Federation Square, and we just ran all the way along St Kilda Road. And ran all the way up to the Albert Park circuit, where the Australian Grand Prix is held. We literally ran around the entire circuit. I actually have a few. You guys probably might see it in the. Sorry, I just want to get my phone out and actually show you guys some of the photos of me at the actually being at the Albert Park circuit, at the Grand Prix circuit, and literally running around the entire thing. It was only up to that point where by that point I was only about 10 kilometers away. It was at that point when I realized 42 kilometers, holy shit, that's a long way. And I was actually like, Jesus Christ, what did I just get myself into? It's worth noting as well, there were, drink stations, water stations, even energy gel stations. I had like 6 or 7 energy gels that day. Oh my god, yeah, it was, that arena is amazing as the Scott breaks my heart. Andy Murray made 5 finals and lost all of that. Basically that's what I say. You could probably run a faster lap than Liam Lawson could in a car. I know, right? Hang on, I just want to look at a photo and find a photo of Albert Park itself, because I've got all these. Yeah, here's the thing. Even though I was literally running 42 kilometers, I still had the energy to keep taking photos of the marathon while I was running as well. So. Hang on. I'm just thinking. Here's the thing. I want to find a photo of me actually at at the actual pit lane of Albert Park itself. Does that guys look a little bit familiar to you? Did you send it down turn 1? We actually did. The way it worked, Captain, was that, yeah, we ran the main straight. Oh, whoops, I didn't want to do that. You think it would, hang on, there we go. We sort of ran turn 1, and then what we did was we go to turn 1, turn around, and then go along the main pit lane again. We basically went along, we went around the entire circuit. Nick, welcome in. Thank you for the birthday wishes. I should probably give Nick a shout out as well, because he was part of the PlayStation 2 panel. Everybody give it, yeah, I should give him a mention, give him a shout out, because he was part of the panel. He was incredible. He's honest, yeah, he was the one that basically organized everything. So, yeah, that was an incredible panel that we did, and I really appreciate you, inviting me to the panel. It's certainly something I'll never forget. Sorry, yeah, I was in the middle of literally talking about the marathon itself. Yeah, so we ran around the Albert Park circuit, and then we went along, basically along the St. Kilda beach, if that makes sense. Basically at Port Melbourne. Then we just went along one long straight, and it was at that point when I got to the halfway point, and I realized this is going to be a long run. It was like the line was like one long straight road, and then we just sort of turn around along the same. Wow, what road is it specific? It's really hard to be precise, because obviously there are viewers watching this right now who are not from Australia, probably not knowing what I'm talking about at all. And really the best way I can describe it is to show you on my, literally show the photos from my phone, if that makes sense. So, that's along the St. Kilda, the main beach. I do actually have an Instagram I do have a post on Instagram that actually that shows like sort of a chronological order of the spots that I went, and but yeah, I don't know. I got no other way to describe it. I will say, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll talk it to the point when I actually got to the 30-kilometer point, because we went back along St. Kilda Road. When we got to about the 30-kilometer, when I realized I am in the unknown. It was only until I got to about kilometer 35 where I do admit, I actually did start to hit the wall a little bit. Where I felt like, oh god, I'm actually getting a little bit tired at the moment. Like that was the point I realized, shit, this is a very, very long way. But I made sure to, I wanted to make sure that I actually at least, make sure I kept, kept kicking my legs, if that makes sense. Keep those legs. Or describe it in Mr. Burns' word, pump those scrawny chicken legs, you stupidest funker, if that makes sense. Basically, there was a bit, I pushed myself. And I was basically, along the road. What was really good is that there are people giving you energy gels and gel packs. Yeah, I did, Simon. I had like 7 in that run, and drank probably so much water that how can I put it this way? I admit, halfway I did actually have to have a bath. I did take a bathroom break because I drank so much water in that marathon. And Warren G. I'll just say Warren. Welcome in. But basically I was just accepting anything that anyone would give me, and I did eventually cross. What was really good too is that obviously we went past Flinders Street Station again, and we actually finished in the middle of the MCG, which literally has a capacity of over 100,000. It's a stadium that literally holds over 100,000 people. So to literally be in the middle of it was quite surreal. I'll show you guys. I can show you guys photos of that, because it does look pretty obvious. Give me a second. So you were literally entering this stadium that, this cricket ground and footy ground that holds over 100,000 people. It was quite, it was pretty surreal. Big place. And that's literally where the finish line was. It was pretty crazy. And there were people there, still can't believe you did an entire marathon and then went back to PAX after. Yeah, I look back in hindsight, I probably think that was a little bit stupid, but I didn't. Yeah, I look, I told myself as long as I didn't injure myself trying to go back to PAX afterwards, then I have no regrets. I had people to catch up with on top of that. That was actually part of the PAX, Warren. PAX is a video game expo that was in Melbourne. It's considered the biggest game expo in the whole country. Literally, PAX, that game expo, and the marathon were on the same weekend, and I did both. And I took probably a grand total of about 75,000 steps in one weekend, thanks to doing both at once. But yeah, I did cross the finish line, and we got this. I will actually show you this, guys. I might as well, because I got it behind here. Oop. Oh God, sorry guys. Gotta bounce. Yeah, fair enough, Simon. Yeah, do what you gotta do, of course. Hector Rod, thanks to your racing game reviews, I played some new games for me. That's good to hear. Thank you very much for the birthday wishes as well. Give me a second. So yeah, I won the marathon, and yes, here it is, guys. That's the marathon medal itself. So yeah, this is something I remember saying I was Bog also welcome in as well. This was something I was promising to do if you guys might have remembered, I actually did say I was going to run a marathon 2 years ago, but I ended up injuring myself trying to actually get a very good time. And yeah, that was actually the plan, try and do the marathon, because it was literally on the day of my birthday. I thought that would be a good way to celebrate my birthday. Well, I guess 2 years later, here we go. I kind of made up for it by doing it this year. But yeah, that was something I could not get over, up from that point, because I did a fundraiser for Beyond Blue, raised about $1,200, so that was a really good fundraiser. So I guess that was one consolation in doing the marathon. Regardless of whether or not I was able to raise a lot of money for Beyond Blue, which everyone who donated, I'm incredibly grateful for. And of course, this year, as you can see up here, I did do a Beyond Blue fund. Basically, Beyond Blue is a mental health and well-being organization, basically to help those supporting mental health, because that's something I care about very deeply, because that was something I had a year ago. So I thought that would be a good it would be for a good cause. So it just it felt it felt incredibly cathartic to actually finally finish that marathon, and coincidentally do it. Yeah, it just felt incredibly cathartic to finally actually finish that marathon after I promised you guys that I would actually do it 2 years earlier. So yeah, just good to finally tick that off the bucket list. And I reckon I should probably do one at least once a year. What do you guys reckon? And yeah, like Nick has mentioned, I made the crazy decision to decide to go to that, to PAX, back to that game expo again. It was only brief, of course. But I did say when I first when I actually entered when last year I actually signed in to do in the entry to do the marathon. I told myself, if PAX is on the same weekend, I just wanted to wear this this medal at the Game Expo, and I would be curious, and I was kind of curious to see if anyone at that expo at PAX, anyone would actually be wearing you would have one of these medals, because when you actually get one of these medals, guys, it is a personal obligation to have it around your neck all the time. All just for that one day when you finish that marathon, because when people all over Melbourne, in the city of Melbourne, were all anyone who had these medals actually had it around their waist all day. So I was curious to know if anyone at the expo did, and none of them were. I was the only one, which honestly felt pretty satisfying. It's like, don't mean to brag, of course. It just felt good to be the fit guy at a be this. This gaming nerd who was fit enough to run a marathon. ColourShed, yes, I mean, fitness, I mean, if I'm fit enough to run a marathon, yeah, I guess athletically, I am in my prime. Vespa, welcome in as well. Thanks for the birthday wishes, of course. Best 10K time is an hour. Well, you're still, the way I see it, Foxcat, if you're fit enough to do, if you're fit enough to actually run 10 kilometers, that's still pretty good. I mean, it took me until, you know, I've been long distance running since 2012, and it took me until 2022 to do, on me, my first half marathon. So, yeah, it's still pretty good to be able to run that far. By the way, okay, so yeah, let me finish. Sorry, awesome. I just want to conclude the weekend. So yeah, I had, it's funny. I'm looking back thinking probably no one even knew what that medal actually looked, that, you know, marathon medal was actually about. It was only until I actually explained to them. They were like, what? You ran a marathon and you're back at PAX? You're nuts. They were impressed, of course, but yeah, they thought I was completely nuts. But it was worth it. I always said after entering the marathon, I want to wear that marathon medal around my waist when I go to PAX, and I did it. Like games and runs a marathon, yeah. Well, the thing is though, Carlos, if you're sitting, you know, if I'm sitting here playing video games all the time, I've got to try and make up for it by, you know, being fit, and I think a marathon will do nicely. Because, yeah, not many in the world are fit enough to run a marathon. So, yeah. Anyway, awesome. So, yeah, that was my weekend. So, and because my birthday was yesterday, I thought to myself, doing my first panel, running my first ever marathon, and raising nearly $1,000 for Beyond Blue again this year. I figured, you know, that's genuinely probably the best, that might be the best birthday I could ever ask for, in all honesty, because so many firsts happened. I'm so proud of that. And I'm gonna be brutally honest, guys, last night it actually, I don't know, for some reason it honestly sank in, you know, all the things that I did, and also that relief that I was able to we got a resub for 20 months. Thank you for the resub, Tactastic. Welcome in. Even though this is probably the first time I'm going to be on Twitch. I know it's this is the first time I've been on Twitch for nearly a month, and this will probably be the last time I'll be on Twitch for a long time. This is only just a one-off. You didn't have to resub. I wouldn't have recommended it. Yes, exactly, awesome. And I was about to say, it just sunk in last night, and I'm going to be brutally honest, guys. I was bawling my eyes out. I was in tears. Just so many good things happened. It was tears of joy, by the way, guys, tears of joy, but I had to let it out. It just sunk in. I just thought, holy shit, like, what a weekend. You know, catching up with so many other friends that you only get a chance to see, you know, once or twice a year, and doing my first panel, like literally in a full theater, talking about, you know, the classics of the PlayStation 2, and finishing my first ever marathon, which, hang on, it was, Warren, by the way, a marathon is 42 kilometers. So yeah, 42.2 kilometers on foot. I ran that far on foot. So yeah, I did that, and my first ever marathon, all in the span of a weekend. It's just, yeah. I mean, you literally can't ask for a better birthday than that. So it feels good to, actually, Warren, hang on. Let me look at how much that is in miles. Give me a second, guys. Kilometers to miles. But yeah, point being, it was about as good of a weekend as I could possibly ask for. And thankfully, I've got another 2.5 weeks 3 weeks actually, to recover from it. So in miles, that is 26.2 miles on foot. Yes, exactly, Warren. Yep, that's how far I ran on foot on the Sunday. And I went to a game expo on top of that. So, yeah, the total number of steps I took was about 75,000 steps in one weekend. Which I don't think I'll probably do. I probably might not ever do that again. Botched, also welcome in. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, so thank you guys for the positive messages, and thank you for the birthday wishes. Like I said, I could not, yeah. I mean, even a lot of very fit people aren't actually, there are people that are fit who are probably not capable of doing that. So yeah, if I'm that's the way I see it. It's just good. Yeah, if I'm 31 years old, but if I'm fit enough to run a marathon, then you know, I'm still fit. Yeah, that's how I see it. If I'm fit enough to run a marathon, then obviously I'm aging pretty damn well, all things considered. Not bad. Not bad for a 31-year-old. Shameless plug. You can watch the PS2 panel on Saturday, 12:30 p.m. It's not a plug. It's technically going to appear on my channel. It's going to appear on both of our channels, nickname, after all. But yeah, chat is uploaded. Yeah, it'll be on all of our chat. Yeah, including yours and including mine and including Jack's. So, and of course, Nikki, Icy Mine Racer, of course. So yeah, it'll be out in a couple of days. And anyone who wasn't able to attend the panel last weekend, there's your chance to watch it. Hopefully, it'll appear on the notifications as well. My knees are perfectly fine, by the way. Yeah, knees are fine. It was really the one thing that... Here's the thing, guys. Because I injured my hip a couple of years ago trying to train for the marathon a couple of years ago, my hip, that was the one thing I was actually worried about the most running this marathon. And I must confess, guys, I did actually mildly injure it just a little bit while training for this year's marathon, but that was like much earlier and didn't hurt it as much. Like a week later, I was already running again. But there was part of me that was worried that the further I would run, the more that it would actually get to a point where it would actually hurt to the point where I probably might injure it again. Fortunately, during that marathon, it did not. That wasn't the case, luckily. I mean, it did ache a little bit, but not to the point that where it injured. It just sort of felt fatigued. Part of me thinks it's probably a chronic injury, like a very minor one. Like, obviously not, minor enough so minor to the point that it's not stopping me from literally running a marathon, of course, but I probably might need to see a physio about it. But obviously, I can still do I can still run, I can still go to the gym, of course. It's so minor, but yeah, that was honestly the only thing I was worried about. Energy-wise, I knew that wasn't going to be a problem. I knew that I had, how can I put it this way, the heart, like the cardio to obviously make the distance. I wasn't worried about that. It was just, I did eat a lot, of course, the last few days. I was a bit of a glutton, but for understandable reasons, of course. Like Luster, welcome in. Thank you very much. How's it going? I couldn't catch you streaming on the Fridays. That's because, like Luster, I haven't been streaming for nearly a month. It's just because I've decided to take pretty much an indefinite hiatus on streaming, at least until, I get the YouTube side of things. The only reason I'm streaming tonight is just because it's my birthday. It's sort of like a bonus one-off, if you will. So I figured, well, like I was explaining throughout this live stream, hence why I've just been chatting for over an hour. I've been up to so much over literally the last few days. I thought I had to get it out. I had to. Yeah, I just wanted to get it out of my system because there was a lot of really good things that occurred. Bo, obviously being one of many that I was able to catch up with as well. Burke Time Gaming. Bo, welcome in. I'd say wanted to drop in and say it was good catching up with PAX and happy 31st. Thank you very much, Bo. I really appreciate it. I should give you a shout out as well. Because he's also on Twitch. He's also a top bloke as well. Give me a second. Definitely give him a shout out. You were playing Banjo-Kazooie. That is a fantastic game, by the way. Got it on rare replay on the Xbox Series X. Love playing. Trade beforehand, of course. Yeah, Warren. I mean, I've been taking exercise seriously since high school, since I was 17. I've just turned 31. I've been exercising seriously since I was 17. Obviously, I've been playing football when I was a little kid. I mean, I've always liked sports almost as much as video games. I like to exercise 5 to 6 days a week. So, vigorous, like, 5 to 6 days a week of either gym or running. So, of course, Warren, I did train. Let me put it this way. I wouldn't have been able to make the distance if I didn't train. Am I right? Boy, do I have a lot to say about this past month, from attending this pop quiz where you could win a ticket for a ball to test for a ball. What's specific back from ads? Thanks for the... did I miss out? Yeah, I was definitely going to give you a shout out, of course. Anyone that I usually reckon, any username that I recognize in the chat, I always give an automatic shout out to. Yeah, anyone that I recognize who usually streams on Twitch, Bo, it would be my pleasure. Yeah, but like I said, if you missed that, thanks for, it was good to meet up. Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. I have been just chatting for over an hour. I usually don't chat for this long, but like I said, there's been so much to talk about, given, prom, from attending this pop quiz where you can win a ticket for a prom to a test. That's interesting. Predator Race, that's actually a pretty fun username. movie Predator specifically. I still remember my first comment. It was way back on a YouTube video on the first driver game. That would have been way back in 2017. Oh my god. God, it's mental to think I've been on YouTube for over a decade now. It really takes me back. And I think I've aged pretty well, all things considered, at 30, now that I'm 31 years old. I'd probably be a bit more positive towards Driver looking back in hindsight. Driver 2 was a bit, yeah. Driver 3, I'm not a fan of. Driver Parallel Lines was okay. Driver in San Francisco, though, was brilliant. That I really enjoyed. Gotta be up at 5. Yeah, completely understandable, Bo. Do what you need to do. Like I said, thanks for being a top bloke. Thanks for, it was good to catch up. Hopefully, at the next gaming meetup, whether it be a Twitch or an ANZ Creators one, hopefully we cross paths again. It's always good to see you. Seem to see you pretty much every expo I go to, which is certainly not a bad thing. Somewhere mini is upset about your... No, we've talked to, we come to think of it, we almost talk about it we talk about it almost every time we cross paths in person. Because when I did meet him in person in Sydney in 2022, actually, that was one of the first things I told him. I had good reason, and he was like, yeah, you had very good reasons, of course. You familiar with a man Tom? No, actually, I'm not very familiar with that name. It sounds like a name I probably should be familiar with, but I'm not. What game or series do you reckon? Stuntman, I reckon, awesome. Speaking of reflections, that is actually one of the games I do mention at the PS2 panel, actually. Stuntman, because as a sort of underrated, overlooked gem, in my opinion, I think the game has a 71 on Metacritic, and I think it is a lot better than the Metacritic score than it deserves. If anything, the only thing I can really criticize is just being so hard. That's about it. But even then, that's the sort of thing people like a challenge. I know that. What's the front man for Cas? Ah, right. That makes a lot more sense now. Sorry, lackluster. Driver 2 is still my favorite. One thing that did blow me away, though, Predator was the fact that it was sort of open world where you can actually get out of vehicles and then get back and then go into other vehicles. Hang on, where's my? Oh, sorry guys, where's my water bottle? Oh, there it is. Sorry guys. So yeah, I'd say Stuntman also. Either that or Simpsons Hit and Run. Imagine a new and improved version. Woody, welcome in. Yeah, but it should be hard. So you can't complete so hard that you can't. It shouldn't be so hard that. Yeah, that's true, Woody. The first driver was guilty of that. At least Stuntman, also developed by Reflections, was actually pretty. It actually gave you a pretty good start. Then eventually it got hard. Yeah, I heard. Yeah, some people were telling me you should just skip the follow-ups, Flat Out 3 and 4, and just go straight to Wreckfest. I actually did make a mention. I think, did I mention that in the Flat Out Ultimate Carnage review? I asked, should I go to Flat Out 3 or should I go straight to Wreckfest? And everyone was saying just go straight to Wreckfest. Gotta get back to Xbox money. Happy birthday and have a good... Yeah, thanks for joining in, Montego. Really appreciate you. Yeah, thanks for thanks for joining in. It has been a very long time after all. Flat Out deserves another bash. Flat Out to a brilliant thing. Hey, cool. I've got the #1 crown. That's good to hear. Flat Out 3 is still one of the worst rated games on Steam. I heard it's like considered... Pardon me, one of the worst games considered one of the worst games of all time. So what about Need for Speed? Okay. By the way, guys, if you want to donate to the... Yeah, I think you can only access this from Twitch, but yeah, the Beyond Blue fundraiser, which I did for the marathon specifically. Yes, I've completed it now. That's the link. That is the link to donate if you guys want to. We've already raised nearly... Guys, do you reckon we can get to $1,000? We're getting pretty close to that. We're currently at double digits at this point. I reckon we can raise $1,000, guys. We're very close to it. I really like the Stuntman. I really like Stuntman Ignition, but I kind of missed the more hardcore, realistic vibe of the original. It's pretty good to have different versions. Stuntman Ignition, I also really enjoyed as well. I really, yeah. Popcalypta Revived Drive Club. I'm yet to give that a proper go, actually. I do have it in my collection, but yeah, Here's the thing, graphically and the way cars drive, I just think after playing Forza Motorsport and Horizon, I just feel like that's a objectively better game in almost every way. I mean, I suppose Drive Club came before, but I'm just saying that, I don't know, that was just the vibe that I got when I was reviewing Forza Motorsport 6, and I was sort of playing both games on, different consoles, of course. But yeah, Drive Club, I mean, it's something I'll mention when I do review Drive Club in the future, hopefully. Speaking of driving games, actually, do you guys think it's finally time we actually talk about, is it time we finally give NASCAR 25 a go now? What do you guys reckon? Should we finally get the game booted up? I think it's actually, the console's already turned off. I've been chatting for so long. Let's finally give NASCAR 25 a go, I reckon. Let's get it going. I just need to change the, category. On Twitch specifically. Give me a second. Flat 3 just gets everything wrong, even the fundamentals, but it was outsourced. Yeah, well, obviously Bugbear Entertainment. Hence why they what's the word? They decided to make Wreckfest instead. I will like to do a Drive Club review in the future, hopefully. Anyway, the reason I'm playing NASCAR 25 is just because iRacing Studios gave me a free copy of the game. So I thought, well, I might as well. Jesus Christ, I'm getting all these messages. It's insane. Give me a second. Just got to get it booted up. I gotta make sure I also turn off the music as well, because it uses licensed music. Give me a second, guys. Bit of a shame because I'm currently live on YouTube as well as Twitch, so I gotta make sure that music's not playing. Menu music, race music. Oh, you can have race music as well. That's a good option. The first song, literally the first song that played when I turned on NASCAR 25 was System of a Down's Hypnotize. The song Hypnotize. Wasn't Bugbear doing the equally maligned Ridge Racer Unbound at that time? Yeah, they did develop that. I guess they did develop a couple of other games, and then they did a crowdfund to make their own spiritual successor to Flat Out, which ended up being Wreckfest. It's been a while, and happy birthday. You're 31 now, right? Yes, I am. That's what the title says. RoboCop, welcome in. The Gran Turismo themes license? No, it isn't. The menu music for Gran Turismo isn't. That's why I'm playing it in the background, because I figured that's, it's iconic music, and it's Gran Turismo 3, which is very popular on this channel, so that's why I'm playing it in the background. It's just been playing non-stop for over an hour, so that's pretty impressive, all things considered. Give me a second. I just need to turn that off and make sure that I've got the... Okay, just want to make sure that everything is all good to go. Just want to make sure everything's all... Here we go, guys. All right, we're in business, guys. All right, we got it all good to go. So here's NASCAR 25. This is literally the first time I'm playing this, and I really don't know what to expect, to be brutally honest. Just need to... Sorry, I just want to change the lighting on the webcam now that I'm using a different webcam. Make it... Sorry, I just want to change the lighting and make sure it looks better in here. Just want to change the lighting on that. Give me a second. Oh yeah, and don't forget to also check out the So yeah, I'll play NASCAR 25 for a bit, and then I'll play around with the Nintendo Switch 2 after that, unless I'm enjoying this game too much. But I did promise that I would... Give me a second. Ooh, see that, guys? That looks much better now. Here's the thing. There's an there's a multicolored LED strip literally around my chair, so I'm trying to adjust it to not be, Sorry, guys. I just want to make sure that it doesn't look like my skin is too pale. That's all. Michael Prince, I've finally got my old game back, Godfather, the Don's Edition, on the PlayStation 3. I've got the Black Hand Edition on the Nintendo Wii. That's what I used to actually review it. So, we love our pale king. I don't like to look too pale. Well, I'm not... Here's the thing, General Giggle. I'm not going to be pale once I get back from holidays, because I'm going to Queensland for a couple of weeks, so I'm probably going to be pretty tan. Anyone remember when I... Anyone remember when I did that game testing video with Square Art Jack a few years ago? If you look in the thumbnail, you can see how tan I am compared to Jack in the thumbnail because I literally did that just literally only a couple of days after I got back from Queensland. So yeah, I was pretty tan. So anyway, I digress. Let's see what this game is like. I don't know what to expect.
If you ask any driver at a local short track,
Love NASCAR, by the way. Just wish there was more opportunities to watch it.
If they just had the right opportunity.
Thanks, Lukey. Thank you.
But in racing,
thank you, Nick.
You have to create your own opportunities.
Do what you got to do.
Keep your eye on Dale Jr. He is driving away. Dale Earnhardt Jr. wins the lead. Look
Here we go.
at
Now I
Jr.
can hear it.
Can
you guys hear that?
In every career.
And look at this.
Earnhardt Jr. to the checkered flag.
In his rookie
It's
season.
only came out just a couple of
The
days.
highs
It's crazy.
and the lows.
Championship contender in trouble.
Hopefully, Street Driller.
But it's how you deal with those turning points that will define your character and push you to greatness.
But it's going to be Dale Earnhardt Jr. using lessons learned from his father to go from 6th to 1st and score the victory in the Pepsi 400.
Storybook ending.
How does your story begin? Will you make it to the top?
Dale Jr. going for 4 in a row at Talladega.
My new boss for 2008.
Good review, actually, Michael.
Dale Earnhardt Jr. has won the Daytona 500 for the second time.
Recreation.
It is now my honor to present
Let me look
Dale
that up.
Earnhardt Jr. into the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
We did exactly what you told us and we won the race. To join Dad in the Hall of Fame is probably as good as it's ever going to get.
The world is watching, and your opportunity starts now.
Sorry, I'm getting a message from a friend of mine that I met at PAX. Give me a second. She's currently live as well. Anyway, where was I? Where was I? Sorry, guys. I love NASCAR on Touring Car Racer Overdue, but never tried any of the licensed games. This is literally... I think I did briefly play a NASCAR game on the PlayStation 1. Briefly. Maybe on Nintendo 64. So this is... Again, the only reason I'm even playing this is just because the developers gave me a review... Literally gave me a free copy of this game to either review or stream. So, I gotta make sure that I... pay my dues, if that makes sense. But yeah, iRacing Studios, anyone watching this, I really appreciate you guys giving me a free copy. I mean, this game cost 90 Australian dollars in Australia. They've literally saved me 90 bucks. It would be great. Medal of Honor on the PlayStation 2 especially, Michael. I have played that a little bit. Recreation, I did... Hang on, let me look up Recreation. Is that a, Is that like a... Yeah, I've never heard of that game before. There you go. I initially thought it was like a sequel to Wreckfest for a second. Nah, didn't even know about that. It will be released in a couple of weeks, though. Maybe it's something to get on the Series X, probably. There we go. What's your most favorite racing game soundtrack? Ooh, that's a good question. Gran Turismo 3, Need for Speed Underground 2. That's a good question for a year release. At least that's low. Well, well, in Australian dollars specifically lackluster. Just shooting. How's it going? Dorga 02. I've only just started playing this game, so I really don't know what to. I've just started the career mode. I've just been chatting for over and talking about the last week. Anyway,
with my good friend TJ Majors and the co-host of the show. We got some big news this week, TJ.
Yeah, you're probably talking about the
must be a
Discovery Race deal.
podcast. Of some
Absolutely,
sort.
man. This is going to be awesome, though.
Yeah, I knew when I read about it that it was going
Is
to
this something
be
you can skip?
all you.
Yeah, I really do like this kind of
This
stuff.
is just the career mode, guys. This is what it
doesn't
comes
matter
up as.
in this situation how much money you have, whether you got a big sponsor behind you.
This looks a lot
even
better.
manufacturer
Right, this looks a lot
allegiances
better on
don't
this,
matter.
actually.
It's the best of the best. It's everybody who's anybody in short track racing at the grassroots level coming to Rockingham and trying to find a way to stand tall above the rest. And if you can go out there and perform better than anybody else, you're going to be able to come out of the local short track scene and get a shot at the ARCA Menard Series. This is every driver's dream. And they've had these before. They did the Roush Gong Show and other competitions, if you will, where they bring what they believe are the best drivers in the country to compete all for a total prize and an opportunity at the next level. So this is a lot of pressure for these young drivers, and they're going to be asked to perform at their best in this instance.
No, there isn't, guys. There's no skip option. Sorry, guys.
It could be a life-changing experience.
Just want to drive a car. Shut up. There we go. Sorry, Dale Jr. Okay, first. I mean, my real name's not exactly private knowledge at this point. You're surprised? Anyway. Slenderman Spencer. I mean, I might as well just use my real name. Like I said, my real name's not exactly private at this point, guys. NASCAR, get it done, boy. Ooh, America. It does sound, yeah, he definitely has a I mean, it makes sense. It's NASCAR. Okay, so, yeah. There you go, guys. It's not, like I said, it's not exactly... I like how it says submit, making sure that you don't do anything inappropriate. By the way, guys, this is the Xbox Series X version we're looking at, and it's... Okay, guys, make sure you hear my voice. There are a couple of drivers outside of America here as well. Again, I really don't know what to expect. A Wednesday race, okay. Got a Medal of Honor Frontline, Medal of Honor Rising Sun. I've got the first Medal of Honor on the PS1. I think I played a little bit of that for the Black review. Boom, boom. That was a really bad engine noise impersonation.
Crank it up now, time to go.
Okay. I really don't know what's it. This is it, guys. This should be interesting. Okay. Hey, look at that.
Green. Inside.
Okay, this is it, guys. So this is from, like I said, this is from the...
Clear inside. Inside now.
Go on the outside.
Bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. Clear low.
I think I've got the difficulty on normal. This is not exactly,
If you want it. Car low. Clear low if you want it.
I feel like a dirty driver, guys, making all these little collisions.
Clear
Hang on,
inside.
guys. Back in the days on split screen, people used to play 2-player. I pissed a lot of my family off playing that game. I was reading my uncle in that game and my cousin. We still kind of, in these days, thanks to split screen multiplayer, we still do it to this day. Can we win this race, guys? How many laps is it? It's 5 laps. This can't be that hard. How hard can it be? As I was saying before, guys, this is the Xbox Series X version we're playing because only the console versions are available. It comes out on the PC next month, so... But yeah, you can get this on the Series X on the PlayStation 5, and it only came out literally just yesterday, alright? Here, or at least they gave me a code for it yesterday, so...
Clear high if you want it.
Honestly, I'm just going to do my best. I mean, maybe I can win. Sponsor goal, top 10. Okay, we got to get a top 10 from the looks of it to get a sponsorship.
Car high.
I'm guessing the 94 is sort of a reference to the year I was born, probably, because, yeah, 31 years old, 1994, 2025. Yeah, I was never allowed to play games. Yeah, Michael, I was never, ever allowed to play mature games as a kid. Like, if my parents saw me playing, I don't know, even SmackDown, WWE SmackDown on the PlayStation 1, they would they would be like, no, I would get in trouble for it. Medal of Honor, they would never let me play that. Resident Evil, I mean, just good luck with that. And they did everything they could to make sure I never played Grand Theft Auto. Do I have any regrets playing it behind their back? No, absolutely not. Ooh. Yeah, it's not too bad so far. Driving mechanics, the graphics. Hello. Could be Lerpa, welcome in.
Car outside.
I might be streaming for over an hour, but I only just started playing this game, so
One outside. Clear high if you want it. Congratulations, you're going to the ARCA Menard series.
okay, so I was supposed to meet the top 10. That's good enough. It's playing Resident Evil when I was 8. Yeah, like I said, Michael, my parents were very strict. Looking back in hindsight, I can completely understand why they did that. But like I said, I have no regrets playing Resident Evil at an age I should not have, as we all do. You're not a bad game so far. I mean, I've literally just done one race, so I mean, I wasn't allowed to play age. I ended up taking. That's why. Yeah, you gotta. Yeah, General, you gotta do. Yeah, you gotta improvise in other ways. Is it too loud? Can you guys hear me in the game as well? So yeah, new season. Okay, so we must be doing a NASCAR season. I just jumped in a Chevy and didn't know what to expect. Looks like looks like I got plenty of sponsorship on the decals now. Okay, first race. Is this the NASCAR? Okay, so it's not the. Okay, the driver. Okay, so that's what I try and put my body over there, but I can't. Screaming Eagle. That sounds very American. Paint kit. So can we change? No. I think the car looks fine the way it does. I'm just trying. Honestly, I'm really just only testing this game. Obviously, my parents are okay nowadays, but yeah, again, I can understand why they did that. It was only until I turned 18 when it was where they literally just completely just be like, yeah, whatever, play and watch whatever you want. You're old enough now, so. Like I said, give them credit for, it's like once I turned 18, it's like, yep, do whatever you want now. And you just fine. Thanks, Rosso. Just want to make sure, because it's really, because when it comes to other video, yeah, when it comes to, when it comes to video game audio, it's usually all over the joints. Like, for example, Red Dead Redemption 2, it could be, yeah, maximum volume. It would sound perfectly normal and you can still hear me.
Practice laps in, see what we got.
Alright, let's do it. There we go.
Alright, let's make these laps count. Nice and clean.
I am pretty familiar with the Daytona circuit thanks to Gran Turismo and Forza Motorsport and Daytona USA. You know how it could be. Just sort of hold the accelerator down the whole time and just sort of go around in circles on an oval. I know in real life there's a little bit more to it, of course, like slipstream and stuff. Wonder if I can't hold the throttle down. What do you guys think of the way it looks? Would you say that graphically this looks pretty good for something that came out only just yesterday? Keep in mind, this is not in 4K at the moment because, yeah, I'm playing this on, yeah, I'm currently live on Twitch, so it's currently in high, you know, in 1080p. But I did briefly, but yeah, I did actually have this plugged into a 4K TV just before, and it looks really good. Yeah, exactly. Damn, that would actually make for a pretty good channel sound effect. Tactastic. Yeah, you can just go full throttle. Okay, so the goal. So you do actually. Okay, so for different sessions, you have a specific goal. Surely 51 seconds can't. It's just more about making sure that I get. Yeah, maybe don't do that, of course. Just sort of be smooth around those corners and sort of stay on the inside and then outside on those straights. It is pretty good, though, that you have a video game that at least has the entire NASCAR calendar. Yeah, and, you know, iRacing, you know, the developers behind who made iRacing are the ones behind this game. So there is obviously a bit more hope on this game actually being good. 48. Oh, was off by half a second. Okay, I need to actually might need to concentrate more than I realize. Stay on the inside a little bit more. Games did make it. Yeah, it was, like I said, Foxcat, it's developed by, yeah, the guys behind iRacing, which is obviously, they're behind the, one of the most popular sim races out there. Sorry guys, I want to make sure that I've got, so it feels like a completely different game by comparison. Solid Snake, welcome in. Hooked,
Great lap, keep it up.
Ooh, just got it by...
Stay out if you need to, otherwise bring her in. We're done here.
Rhodesia, welcome in as well. Sorry guys, I'm trying to concentrate at the same time. Thank you for the birthday wishes as well. Okay, we got what we needed, I suppose. So yeah, we got our target time. No, I don't have a video on that, but I have actually seen people play it. It is pretty interesting. You have a game of Jaws where you actually play as the shark. It's amazing how much, because I'm 32nd, but I'm only like, not even, yeah, well at least I'm not dead last. Again, I'm just going into this not really knowing what to expect. It's qualifying that's the difference maker. But yeah, my review of GTA, yeah, I got hooked on your take of GTA 4. Yeah, that's the most popular video on my channel as well, my review of Grand Theft Auto 4. And that was the last game I played before I took a break from live streaming. I was actually playing GTA 4 on Twitch. I actually do have on my second channel, Solid Snake, on my second YouTube channel, ColourShed live streams, of me actually playing the entire, replaying GTA 4. I have seen footage of it, of course, Michael.
Qualifying, here we go.
Alright, bring it on. So yeah, I'll play this for about half an hour, and then I'll play around with the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, like I said, I did a live stream of it very recently on my second channel, as well as on Twitch, because at the moment I'm live on Twitch, as well as is there a different, sorry, is there a, that's how you select it. I was just curious to know if there was another camera view. It's one of the shoulder buttons instead of select. I imagine for the different views based on, it does feel a bit more like iRacing now. But obviously with a controller, and you obviously have the option to play it just on a more normal difficulty. Yes, I do, Michael. I bought one a couple of days ago. That was a birthday present I've got for myself. Oh, it's one lap. Shit. I gotta concentrate, guys. No racing line. I'm just gonna make sure I mean, it is an oval, so... Don't know yet, awesome. I've only had a Switch 2 for a couple of days, so I'm about to try it out on this live stream very, very soon. Sorry guys, with racing games, it's really hard to concentrate on driving and the chat at the same time. Okay, that was better. Okay, it was better than 32nd. It was better than my previous time, at least. We'll try and make up for it in the race. And that, I mean, I was only 0.3 second off the pole. It's amazing how much of a difference is, like 0.011 second as well. Got a Nintendo Switch Lite, but what is the difference between those two? It's just a curious question. Like I said, Michael, I've only played it for a couple of days. I've played so little, it's really hard to really answer. I guess one difference would be, obviously, you can actually play it on a 4K TV and actually come up in 4K, and the actual tablet is in high definition now. And it's backwards compatible with Switch 1 games. That's why, here's the thing, it's worth noting, guys, I do not have a Switch 1 in my collection. The Switch 2 is literally the first time I've actually got a Switch in the game room. So therefore, yeah, basically I've got the equivalent of 2 Nintendo Switches in, set on one console. I've got both generations set, if that makes sense. So that's why I jumped straight to the Switch 2. So, like I said, I've literally got it just over there. So I'll turn that on once I give this a bit of a go. Thank you, Speedway Nut. I had PAX in the run. Yep, I did it. Yes, did it, Speedway Nut. PAX, my first yeah, first ever panel where I talked about the PlayStation 2 in front of, you know, a whole theater, a theater that was filled up and ran 42 kilometers and took a combined 70, like, in fact, I actually might look this up, actually. How many steps did I take that weekend? And thank you, Michael. Thank you very much for that. I'm actually looking at how many steps I took, collectively. Oh, we got a raid on my Twitch page, guys. Potassium, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, everybody. I better give you a shout out. Give me a second. In case you guys don't know who I am Spencer, or Spenny, or as a lot of people call me, ColourShed, or simply Color. And, give me a second. Yes, I'm currently playing NASCAR 25, because it was only released yesterday. I'm just sort of, playing around. I'm just messing around. It's really just sort of a just messing around live stream, because it's currently my or at least it was my birthday yesterday, and I only stream, like, honestly, I only stream sporadically. I just, you know, it's just happened to be my birthday, and I had a lot to catch up to last week. So yeah, Potassium, thank you so much for the raid. I really appreciate it. Give me a second. Give me a second. Let me give you a. Give me a second. There you go. Just gave you a follow. Thank you, Wolfie. Oh, Wolfie. I should probably give you a shout out as well. Thank you, Potassium. Yeah, thanks for the raid, Potassium. I really appreciate it. I better give Wolfie a shout out as well. He was one of many lovely souls that I caught up. Yes, that I caught up with. Caught up with at PAX. So, thanks, Wolfie. Yeah, I'm just, even though I said I pretty much take an indefinite break from live streaming, I am still, it is my my birthday was yesterday, so I thought, the hell with it, I'm going to be on holidays very soon, we got a lot to talk about, I got a video, got a new game, that, the people behind NASCAR 25 gave me a free copy, so I thought, the hell with it, we'll just do one live stream. I'm on holidays as well, so I'll be able to sleep, I've got all the time to sleep. So yeah, welcome in everyone. Yeah, if you need to raid and head off Potassium because you just had a long live stream, that's completely understandable. So give yourself a bit of a breather. After all, ups in the chat for Color's birthday. Thank you, Solid Snake. No, I haven't played Freedom Fighter before, Michael.
Go, go, go. Outside.
Alright. Well, the frame rate, it does get a little bit choppy because there's so many vehicles at once, but that's okay. Still looks alright. This thing is full throttle. You gotta sort of. It's really hard to be precise with an analog. Because I'm using a controller to play this. So you do have to actually do work now. But happy birthday, man. Love your stream. General, that's. Yep. Obviously, go to work. Do what you got to do, of course. It's currently. Here's the thing. It's currently 9:49 p.m. here in Australia. So yeah, I can imagine you living closer to America if it's probably morning and you got to go to work. Yeah. Thanks for joining in, General. Giggle. Thank you very much. Good to come back even briefly. Return to live stream. So we got to get a top 35. We're currently 20. Where else? Is there a rewind system? There's no rewind system. Oh god, there's a... Oh god, that's terrifying.
Clear outside. Inside door.
Oh god, that's... Trust me guys, it might not feel like it, but it's actually quite... It is a little bit scary!
4 wide. 3 wide.
Can we get a win? Maybe that might be possible. I'm just holding on the throttle the whole time, and I can imagine everyone... General, you're in the UK. Well, at least you're not standing up in the middle of the... Oh, shit.
1 outside. 1 bottom.
Oh, no. I lost a couple of places.
3 wide. Clear inside. 1 up high. Clear high. 1 low.
Got good slipstream, at least. That's my teammate as well.
Inside.
Get on the inside, that's what I'm gonna do.
Outside. 1 to go. 3 wide.
battering ram, guys.
Car inside.
At least I got this.
Car low. Inside.
I'm trying.
One bottom. 3 wide. Car high. 4 wide. Car inside. 4 wide.
So difficult to not collide with other vehicles when you're using an analog stick instead of a steering wheel, guys.
3 wide.
At least I was able to gain positions.
1 inside.
I gained a few places and I got in the top 35 at least. Whew. Brilliant last weekend. It makes the great race interesting. I know, Speedway Nut. That was a. I didn't get a chance to watch it live because I was at PAX. So, but I did. Yeah, but I did. Yeah, I did watch the last 10 laps, and holy cow, what a race! That was probably one of the best Bathurst 1000s we've had for a long time. We get a good one pretty much every single year as well. I need to see if I can get a portrait of myself for that. Hey, Spinny, have you ever been to the UK? You'd be free. Well, I am of Scottish and Welsh descent, but no, I've never been to the UK. My parents did go to the UK last year, though. So yeah, short answer, no. Would I like to? Yes, awesome. But yeah, my parents went to the UK on holidays for a few weeks, actually, last year, so they enjoyed it. The only thing they didn't like was how expensive it was. Okay, it's current performance rating to the parts in higher the P, the better your car will be. Damaged parts will lower and you have to be repaired. I know. It's important to improve your reputation out on the track by racing clean. I'm trying. It's not as easy. Sorry, guys. It's not as easy as it looks when you go. Like I said, I'm using a control. If I was using a racing wheel, it would be easier. Can I go to the shop to repair stuff? Okay, urgent tasks. Okay, oversee everything in the garage. Make sure your car is ready. Wait, the urgent task. We can head to the next race. As your agent, I'll help find additional sponsorship. Thank you. Okay, just make sure you match the targets. UK got an extremely priced due to inflation, among other factors. You make great panel for Scottish Comic Cons. I'm sure I would now that now that I've got experience at in panels, I've got a little bit of experience. Okay, see if I can. All right, how much money have I got? Okay, pro racing parts. I just want to be. Is there a way to just simply repair what I've already got? This is out of my. Sorry, guys. This is out of my league. I don't really play enough race, or at least not enough modern racing games to really get my head around. Best movie game you ever played? GoldenEye is probably my favorite one, Michael. Though Peter Jackson's King Kong is a good one, though. Godfather's also a good one. New return stream. I hope we do some of the older PS2 V8 Supercars games. We need to show the world Holden versus Ford. I mean, we can kind of do that with Forza Motorsport. It's controller sport. It is, Woody. It is. At the bare minimum, I was genuinely trying to race cleanly. Go on, do it. Body part, yeah, body part, better aerodynamics. We probably need to get that cleared up. Yeah. Engine will be the next bit, because obviously you're holding full throttle all the time. Okay. Okay, understood. Okay. Again, I don't know what I'm doing, so I wouldn't be surprised. Did you try Metal Gear Solid 4? Not yet. I can hear rain, actually, even though it's... Okay, let's do it. I reckon one more. I reckon 2 races, and we'll try the Nintendo Switch. Which one would more be Super Nintendo? Okay, a Nintendo 64. Well, ooh, happy birthday. I'm screwed by work, but I'm gonna dip. Yeah, fair enough. Loltz. Sorry, I'm not very good with. I'm usually bad with usernames, but thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I really appreciate it. I'm just trying out this game, not knowing. GoldenEye is a game I really like to do a re-review of in the future, especially now that I've got it on the Xbox Series X. And technically on the Switch.
Let's find your marks out there, see what we've got.
Drive cleanly this time, Spenny. Oh, this is a much smaller circuit. Maybe if we can do a quick... Hang on. Let him through. Okay, this is one where you can't just go full throttle. I see now. Do we have a chance? No, we can't even restart either. Oh boy. Running out of fuel in NASCAR games. I had the volume down and didn't hear my crew telling me to pit for fuel. Oh no. Well, that's the thing. I'm chatting to you guys, so I won't be able to... Here's the thing. I don't even think I'd be able to... Oh god. Is that... I think I recognize this race, God, this is not this is not as easy as it looks, guys. I only just missed out on the target, though, to be fair.
Car high. Clear up top. One bottom.
Stop ruining my lap, dickhead! Maybe I'm just a rubbish driver. Probably the ladder, most likely.
Car outside.
This is not as easy as it looks.
Clear up top.
32. Oh, come on!
One high.
Just getting overtaken by everybody at the moment. I feel like I'm being exposed. I review all these racing games and I'm just rubbish at them.
Car outside.
Stop ruining my lap.
Clear high if you want it.
I want to say the C word, but I can't. Immediately get stream will get immediately demonetized. Fuck. Come on. This is definitely the kind of game that you need a racing wheel in order to... It's even more embarrassing is I'm playing this on normal. Don't you ruin my lap.
One inside. Clear inside.
It's always that last corner that it's always that last corner. What I need to do is just ignore the chat for half a minute.
Clear, clear. Clear high.
Come on.
Outside now.
Inside, stand
They're outside.
Floor it.
Amazing lap.
There we go. That was a decent time.
What do you think?
We normally use the C word as a greeting. Sometimes it's always said a lot in Australia. It's a pretty common thing. Well, I've got some work to do. I think I might go to the Nintendo Switch 2 after this race.
Well, we're qualifying. The engines are fired up, and the fight for the pole is on.
What should I play on it?
All right, we're up.
Mario Kart World. I mean, I promised that I would, so might as well.
Okay, show us that clean lap we've been working for. You got this.
Wish me luck, guys. It's only one lap. Is that really how it works in NASCAR? You only get one lap of qualifying and that's it? At least with the Daytona circuit, you just got to have it on full throttle. So it's like, you know, it's more about just going how you go around the corner at full throttle. At least no one's in my way this time, so.
This one counts. Let's go.
Full. Because obviously, you know, Formula One, they usually, you know, give you more than just one lap for qualifying.
Okay, that's it.
Okay. I'm at the top, yeah, I'm at the top 35, but not by much.
Let's take a look at the results of this session.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. I haven't, yeah, it's been a while, because NASCAR was one of the things I wanted to go to when I planned on going to America in 2020. But yeah, COVID, but yeah, of course, COVID happened.
Let's go trackside now for the command to start this arc of
Yeah, I'm gonna boot up the Nintendo Switch 2 after this race. I just want to try a bit of everything. I don't want to stream for a crazy amount of time. I know, well, I suppose, what am I kidding? It's only been 2 hours.
Fire it up.
And I'm not going to be able to do it again for a while. Yeah, neutral will be about right. You got to slow down in those corners.
10 away.
In the top 35, it feels like...
Inside.
Oh no, there are cars behind me.
Clear low if you want it.
I'm going to be last place, guys. I'm just going to say it.
Still there. Outside door. Clear up top. One outside.
It was just a light finger touch. Come on.
Car outside. Car high. 5 to go. Stay low.
Don't touch the...
Car outside.
That's the thing, I'm trying to make sure I go faster than them, but at the same time, I don't want to make any contact with them. Sorry guys, I'm really trying to concentrate here.
Clear outside.
Fight Night Champion Awesome is probably my favorite boxing game that I've got in my collection. Jesus, you're trying to brake check me or something.
Inside now.
Go around the outside, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
Stay high.
Tim Tszyu is probably my favorite boxer.
Stay
Awesome.
high. Clear inside. Inside.
Oh, he's gonna try and overtake me inside. He's not gonna, I'm not gonna let him. Outside. I'm actually doing better than I thought. I thought I was going to be last. I seem to be gaining places rather than... Oh, shit.
Clear inside.
Gained more places. I've actually gained more places than where I started. Oh, we're sweating at this point, guys. I think I want to play a Mario game just to... I think I need to play a Mario game just to relax. No, I understeered. A bit too fast around the corner. Final lap. Yeah, I'm doing better than in the race than I expected, to be honest. Don't jinx it though, Spenny. At least they give you little enough laps that you can sort of just go as fast as you want, not have to worry about, let's say, tire wear or fuel and that sort of thing. Yeah, I'll take that. I started 32nd. I gained a few spots, so
We'll get things turned around.
I met my goal. So not really, Neon. It has. I mean, it has been a while after all. Yeah, I'm just trying out NASCAR 25 because the developers gave me a free copy, so I feel obliged to play it. It's pretty good so far. Clean race. Okay, so I actually got rep points for clean racing. That's good. Yeah, I'll take that. I met my target. We did it. See that right there? Our team has been busting our butts for the win. Ah, you mean on social? Ah, it's got its own little fake social media thing. Okay. I remember that being introduced in NBA 2K13 on the PlayStation 3. Actually, social media being a thing. Now, have you been, Goddess? It has been a very long time. Literally spent the first 70 minutes just chatting, really. In the sport for 5 years, yeah. Apparently I was a NASCAR driver once. All those things down. Mastered all the basics of running a NASCAR team, but there's a lot more to learn. I'm sure there is. Okay, race shop. At least my reputation is going up a little bit. The Cup Series is pretty much anything beyond my wildest imagination at this point. I would at least like to try out a, at least actually go back, hang on, exit the career and actually see what a Cup race actually looks like. At the very least, we'll see what that's like. Anyway, I know exactly. Should we drive as myself? We'll drive as someone who I actually saw drive in person a few years ago and actually win in the supercars, and that's Shane Van Gisbergen. Simply because I've actually seen him win, because I was actually at the supercars and I saw him actually win both races. So I just want to try. Sorry guys, I actually want to try out. Oh, Indianapolis. Oh yeah, that's right. They raced in Indy. See, that was what I was planning on going to in 2020 for Retropalooza, and because it's in in Arlington, and then you go to the Texas Motor Speedway. That's what I was thinking. I mean, in terms of gaming related, I would say we'll go to Indianapolis. Actually, Indy, big circuit. I suppose. I suppose a couple of years. I mean, does I have met I met Mick Gordon, who was the composer of Doom and Wolfenstein and Killer Instinct. Thank you, Predator. Anyway, now since joined the stream, just wanted to wish you a happy birthday. Thank you very much, of course. Yep. I don't feel too bad about leveling up to 31, knowing that if I'm fit enough to run a marathon, I'm obviously aging pretty well, all things considered. So yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, Mick Gordon, I also met the voice actor of Commander Shepard, Mark Meir. I met him last year who was at PAX last year. I got my copy of Mass Effect Legendary Edition signed by him. It literally said, "Oh shit!" I didn't expect it to. I thought it would go to. Oh Jesus, really touchy. It's much faster as well. 3X Medic, welcome in. And happy birthday to you. That was literally the day I ran the marathon. I ran that marathon as well. Just wait till you enter the voice. Well, it sounds like I've got to keep doing marathons then, Predator. Can I go full throttle here as well? Yeah, Indianapolis circuit feels alright here. Pretty familiar thanks to Forza Motorsport and the F1 games. I was always curious to know if NASCAR would actually do the Indianapolis GP circuit as sort of a... That's another thing we need to try it as well. A second... we need to try a stage other than the oval. Try a non-oval stage. Oh, so you still got goals, even though it's just a quick race. Ooh. T-Bird, thank you as well for the birthday wishes. Who else did I meet awesome? Shoei Yoshida? I hope I pronounced that correctly. The guy who used to be in charge of PlayStation. He was like the president of PlayStation for 10 years. I met him at PAX last year. He just happened to be, yeah, he just had a regular pass and yeah, he was just hanging around. He actually joins in the 48, 49.
That was your best lap yet.
That's a good lap. We hit our targets.
That's what we need. Up to you if you want to stay out.
Okay, I'll take that. I missed NASCAR 9 Raceway. It was pure chaos. Is that still there? Oh, I got pole position by a second. There you go. Maybe I'm not as bad at this game as I might have thought. Maybe I just had a not as good car. But anyway, qualifying might be a different story. Why is the current one stuck at 108? I don't know. Can they do that's a lot. You must be thinking of IndyCar, Neon. 240 miles. That's a... Can NASCAR... Are you sure you're not thinking of IndyCar? Here's the thing. I'm driving a NASCAR around the Indy circuit. So, yeah, that's part of the calendar. Surprised it took this long for them to actually race. It took them until 1994 to race it at the Indianapolis circuit. Watkins Glen was fun road courses. Yeah, Watkins Glen is good. Before it's Motorsport. I was all vacant. Medic, the circuit, that circuit is in the Forza Motorsport games. It's in Motorsport 6 and 7, I think. Sega NASCARs from the 2000s could reach. Well, there you go, Neon. They both got top speed differences, which makes sense because weight difference and aerodynamic. Yeah, probably. They actually get close to 190. I don't know. Maybe they just slowed the cars down. I don't know. But yeah, if one circuit is going to really push the, if one circuit is really going to give you an idea of what the top speed of what these stock cars, the top speed of these stock cars, it's Indianapolis because it's literally giant. It's like one of the largest ovals in the world, or like a square shape like oval. You guys get what I mean? An oval that's large. That's larger than, let's say, Daytona or Texas, for example. Or Talladega. One lap, guys. This is just a quick race, by the way. This is not a career mode. We'll try a non-oval Come on. I was going full throttle around that. I went full throttle. I've been full throttle this entire lap. That is about as good as I can do it.
P1, buddy.
Hey,
P1.
pole position. 2.5 miles. That's pretty long for an oval. Yeah, given where you live, Tactastic, it makes sense. I'm going to be literally I'm just thinking, no. 1 week from now, I'm going to be at the Surfers Paradise Street circuit. Pow, welcome in. How are you, mate? Did you go to PAX this year? Did you go to the PlayStation 2 panel? Welcome in. Thank you for the birthday wishes, of course. Hey, I got pole position. There you go. I'll take that. I was about to say, don't forget to sub to my YouTube. Guys, I mean, you're probably watching this. Some of you are probably watching from my YouTube channel. Because I'm currently live on my... PAX heard someone pulled the fire. Yes, T-Bird, you're right. Yeah, an evacuation, yeah. Whether someone pulled the fire alarm or there was a smoke machine which was mistaken to be smoke, who knows? It was short answer. Okay, here's what happened, guys. On the Saturday, I forgot to mention that actually. Yeah, there was an evacuation of the whole exhibition center on the on the Saturday in the afternoon. Oh, that's right, pal. Fuck you, pal. Sorry, pal. I do remember you now. Yes, you said hello at the end of it.
There's the green flag.
Sorry, pal. Here's the thing. That's the first time I've seen your face since last year's PAX. Now I do recognize you. Yes. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. Thanks for joining in at the panel. It was good to see you as well. I turned 43 on Sunday. How old are you now? I am 31 years old, medic. I have to answer. No. It's literally in the live stream's title, medic. It's literally in this. It's in the title of the live stream. I am 31 years old now, and considering that I'm fit enough to run a marathon, I am. I think I'm aging pretty well, all things considered. Wish I could get a sign from Bubba Wallace, the GOAT. Oh, you mean like one of the drive? That's right.
Pull your line.
6 laps. This is going to be a long race as well. He hasn't got the slipstream, so he can't possibly. Oh, don't look back, Shane. I say Shane because I'm driving a Shane Van Gisbergen. The reason I picked him is because he was in the supercars for a long time. Because I went to the supercars at Gold Coast in 2022. He literally won both races. So 23, 24. Well, medic, I'm aging. Damn, I'm actually aging very well. If you think that, then I can take that as a compliment. But yeah, like I said, if I'm fit enough to run a marathon, and I get people telling me thinking I'm in my mid to late 20s, so I'm looking after. It means I'm looking after myself. That I wish you can get a sign from it does. Yeah. It does. It means I'm aging pretty well. If people think I'm younger, then people think that I'm younger than I actually am, if that makes sense. Oh, I'm pulling away. I wasn't expecting that. I'm just going full throttle around these corners. Gosh. I don't even know what that means, Neon. Ooh. Again, guys, full throttle. I want to make sure I do the entire race at full throttle, and that might have been... Oh, God. If I had this on the... Oh, they're going to catch up to that. They're quick. They're certainly quick. You don't want to mess with these cars. I suppose, like... Oh, shit. I might need to slow down a little bit, actually. They got it. As long as I get further away enough that they can't, the guy behind me can't draft. And I think he probably can. Oh, come on. Must be the tires eventually wearing from just going full throttle all the time. Probably can't. You gotta look after the tires as well, I'm assuming. To race once it was one. How did it actually do? I don't remember that at all. Come back as a game franchise, even if I never played. Technically, I mean, touring car race driver is actually part of it. Saint, welcome in as well. Happy birthday. Keep up the good work. Video is great. Thank you, Saint. Welcome in. Appreciate the birthday wishes. Yeah, that's why I'm live. Go. I do notice that maybe it's probably because the tires are wearing, because just doing so many laps at full throttle, probably just wearing the tires. I did that bit. Go. Yes, XR. Medic, question. Oh, you got to go, medic. Oh, good question. I might have to go with the Suzuki simply because my father had a Suzuki instead of a Yamaha, so I'll go with that then. Rays, welcome in as well. Love the videos. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Yeah, just playing. Yep. Got a favorite video? Oh, yeah, back in 2020, a lot of people are saying it can only do left turns. No, it can do more. Aussies do game reviews well. Thank you. Yes. A lot of Aussie reviewers. Doing Square Eye Jack, Mini Me, both whom I actually caught up with on that weekend. G-Man Lives, who was also at PAX, but I didn't get a chance to see because he was doing the panel, but I was running a marathon. Welcome in. Ducati or Yamaha? Oh, probably Ducati, I reckon. Oh no, it's catching up.
2 to go now.
See, even he had to slow down a little bit around that corner. He's got the slipstream again.
Car low.
Oh, don't! It's alright, you got the slipstream. Damn it, Denny. Don't ruin my race. Use the slipstream. Get to 200 miles if you can.
Car outside.
Oh,
Nice job. We just lost the lead.
we got the lead. We lost it.
Clear outside.
Come on, we started on pole. One lap, guys.
White flag right here.
Yeah. Laugh it up, Foxcat.
Clear high if you want it.
Oh, still got the lead. Yeah, after this race, we'll try something out more than not. We'll try a not oval. We'll actually do a road course next. He's gonna try and overtake. Oh no, he's backing away. This is the final lap, guys. Last corner around, full throttle. That might have been a mistake. No, I made it through. Don't let him pass, whatever you do. Yes! Whew. Yes, I'm from Australia, Saint. Yes, I am. And it's currently 10:23 p.m. where I am at the moment. NASCAR. Yeah. There you go, Shane Van Bit. Yeah, I was playing as Van Gisbergen, but just because, you know, yeah, because I'm a Supercars fan. Leave the weekend. Finally, first win on this live stream. Yeah, we'll try a road circuit this time if there are any available. Oh, Circuit of the Americas is on there. Austin's there. Chicago, that's where Van Gisbergen actually won his debut race. WTT. There's Watkins Glen. We'll try KART actually. I noticed that the circuits are in alphabetical order, even though it's not in. I would have thought they'd be in calendar order. Yeah, we'll go to the where the US Grand Prix is, given the late night stream. It's here. Yeah, well, I've always said this, Saint. Time zones are a beautiful thing, aren't they? That's pretty cool. I didn't know NASCAR raced at circuit at KOTA. There you go. The more you know. Well, you're about to see if that's true or not, Neon. I know they race Indy cars at KOTA and Formula One, of course. I mean, when is the US Grand Prix? Right, which weekend? Because I might actually be able to watch it if I have access to the internet, because I'm currently on holidays. Yeah, I just need access to Wi-Fi, then I can watch it on my phone, because I've got I've actually got another KO Sports subscription where it goes for a month. Finally, a circuit that's not an oval, so this should be interesting. Oh, Jesus. The chase cam on this is a bit low. Oh, God. It does feel a bit different. It's not stiff, just different. It just feels very... And obviously, this is a short circuit, so turn off here. It has a very unusual chase cam. It does feel very Assetto Corsa in that way, now that I'm actually on a circuit that isn't an oval. There you go, look at this, guys. NASCAR's on F1 circuits. I mean, in the US, of course. I'm surprised there hasn't been a double weekend where you actually race at, like KOTA to be in this game. Well, this is one of them, I suppose, T-Bird. Like, yeah, I'm surprised you haven't got, Miami or Las Vegas, street circuits, in this game. Or at least, more curiously, what a NASCAR race would be like on those circuits. It is in Forza Motorsport, at least. This definitely feels different. It's very easy to oversteer, actually. Use the slipstream.
Right side.
And one thing that also makes it difficult to...
Right side.
Even though I know the circuit, I'm not... what's the word? There's no racing lines, so it's really hard to know when to actually brake, and there probably is a racing line option, but I just... Yeah, you do spend 80-90% of the time in this game going around ovals, so maybe a racing line might not be entirely necessary. I'm not going to turn it on, but I'm just curious to know if there actually is an option for it. Car handling, race music, credits. Like I said, okay, car identities, race day cutscenes, digital dash style. Nope, there isn't. I come to Gran Turismo 7. Yeah, maybe they will one day. I'm not playing Gran Turismo 7 at the moment. I want to wait till I've reviewed Gran Turismo Sport and Square Eye Jack lets me borrow his PlayStation 5.
Right side.
But that being said, though, it is pretty good to at least finally drive around a circuit that isn't an oval. Oh, jeez, it oversteers a fair bit.
Clear left. Right side. 3 wide.
Hurry up! I've got a goal to meet. Getting in my way. At least I know that I'm actually doing pretty well if I'm actually overtaking other cars. Plus, Van Gisbergen has driven in V8 supercars, so he'd know. See what I mean by the chase cam? It almost feels, you know what? The chase cam makes me feel like I'm just sliding around that corner.
Right.
Sorry.
Right.
Sorry.
Right side. Clear right.
Seriously, I'm overtaking all these vehicles and I still can't even meet the goal. Oh my god, jeez, the chase cam is just sliding all over the place. I'm genuinely trying to keep it in a straight line, guys. Jesus. I promise you guys, I'm trying to keep the fucker in a straight line. Really genuine. Why is it sliding all over the place? Jesus Christ. I feel like I need to stop the car just to keep...
Left side.
Why the fuck is it sliding everywhere? Don't tell me I've already shot the... Guys, it just feels like I'm spinning the wheels the whole time. I am T-Bird. I've only got it at like 75% throttle. Again, it's easier said than done when you're using a controller and not a steering wheel. So, it's worth noting too, the console version is the only version available. Why is it? It was fine the first couple of laps. But first lap was fine. Like, what happened? Now it's just sliding all over the joint. Oh well, at least I'm not completely spinning out. That's one consolation. It feels very Assetto Corsa. It feels like I'm playing Assetto Corsa right now, guys. Maybe I just worn the tires out completely, just trying to get one good lap, probably. Stay in a fucking straight line. Thank God I'm only just playing this casually and not trying to take it too seriously.
Respect the track limits, buddy. No exceptions.
Oh, so I have to complete. Oh, so now I have to stop completely and hold everyone back. Guys, it literally just went to a complete stop the second I cut that. Unintentionally cut. I don't know. Suddenly the game's just going not so good all of a sudden. I don't know. It's probably just me not really knowing what I'm doing.
Left side.
first lap was fine. Now it's just sliding all over the joint. What gives with that? I was not doing this on the first lap. It's worth noting too, I got the driving settings in a way that it's just playing on normal. I seem to be doing well on the ovals, and now I'm just... God. No, I mean, I might as well just embrace it now at this point. You can drift in this game and not have to... Look at that, I'm just... This is so good. I mean, I might as well just enjoy it at this point. See what I mean? Yeah, it's suddenly... Yeah, it's getting...
Left side.
Oh.
Clear left.
Guys, it's like the tire. It genuinely feels like the tires are like on, you know, in Gran Turismo 4. They're all red. That's what it feels like right now. I was not feeling it. Maybe the tires just got cold and they're just worn out immediately after one lap. God, stay in a straight line. I'm not sure if I'm a fan of driving around road courses now all of a sudden. Alright guys, I think I've had enough. Oh, and I immediately got raided by Plebby. Thank you very much, Plebby, for the raid. I really appreciate it. And also good to see you at PAX as well. You literally came in a very unusual time. In case you guys don't know who I am Spencer, or Spenny, or as a lot of people call me, ColourShed, or simply Color. And I was just currently playing NASCAR 25, and I'm just about to move on to, the next game. And I honestly don't know, because I was about to boot up the Nintendo Switch 2, which I just bought a couple of days ago. So, yeah. Thank you for raiding, Plebby. I really appreciate it. How was your weekend? It's good. Yeah, glad that we could meet in person as well. Again, hopefully we do it again sooner than later. Yeah, I know my weekend was lovely, being able to, doing my very first panel and running my first marathon all literally on the same weekend. And yeah, kind of, I would say that was probably the best way to... Yeah, it was fab. Absolutely. Caught up with so many people. That's the beauty of being on Twitch, just meeting up with so many. Yeah, you as well, Doggy, as well. Yeah, and a marathon. Yeah, ran a marathon as well on the Sunday morning. And then went to PAX in the afternoon after. Briefly, but I actually did it. Anyway, so yeah, if you need to head off, Plebby, just because you had a long live stream, that is completely understandable. I appreciate you rating. Yeah, everybody give Plebby a follow. She is, very lovely person. I know this because, Matt, I've done it. Yep, I know, crazy, right? Crazy, unbelievable. But, at least it indicates that, fitness-wise, I'm doing pretty well. It will head out now. Get ready for it. But good to see you. Have fun. Thank you, Plebby. I really appreciate it. And yes, thank you. Yes, thank you very much for the birthday wishes. I appreciate it. Doggy, thank you also for following as well. Anyway, as I was saying, I was just about to... I'm still streaming, guys. Don't worry. I'm still here. I'm just... since I'm on holidays, I can stay up all night if I wanted to. I'm going to... Zazek. Zazek, thank you so much for following as well. Should play demo for Choo Choo Survivor 2. Maybe I should. Is it on... If it's... Hey, friends, if it's on the Switch too, maybe I probably should. I mean, if demos are free after all. I do have a few games already installed on there, because I did buy a few Switch 1 games in advance. So, anyway, let's, so yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way, guys, if you want to, donate to the, Beyond Blue, if you guys want to donate to the Beyond Blue, fundraiser, which I did, which I, oh, it's on Steam. Well, that's okay. I can just play it on the... Well, it doesn't have to be this live stream, but I can actually play it if I wanted to, of course. But yeah, if you guys want to donate to the Beyond Blue fundraiser, if you want to, I mean, it's just an option. I mean, this is what I did as a thing to, as part of the marathon, managed to raise an amazing $940, which is a very generous amount. Everybody who's donated, I really appreciate it. I just might check if anyone actually has donated at all during this live stream. I don't think so. That's okay. I've already raised a very generous amount as it is. And breathe, Spenny, and breathe. Let's actually put on some music, of course. Hang on, let's put the music back on, of course. Alright, what I'm going to do is turn off the Xbox Series X and see if the, the Just Chatting camera is working. So yeah, thanks again, Pleby, for raiding. I really appreciate it. Just let me, turn off the console and change HDMI cables and turn on the other console. Give me a second, guys. Favorite switches. Cassidence of Hyrule. I haven't played that. Here's the thing, Prince. I have never owned a Nintendo Switch 1 in my life. And I bought a Nintendo Switch 2 just a couple of days ago. This is the first time, well, I've actually played a Switch, of course, but this is the first time I've actually got one in my collection. So I figured because I don't have a Switch 1, I might as well just get the Switch 2 and then have, because it's backwards compatible with Switch 1 games, I might as well have both generations all wrapped up on one console already. Crypt of the Necro Dance. I haven't heard of that before. No, I haven't heard of that game before. I have stopped using it a year later after battery completely drained because of the stupid joystick drift. Interesting. Well, hopefully the Switch 2 doesn't have that issue. Anyway, where was I? I think, yeah, I'm just gonna swap the HDMI cables, that's all. Oh god, my cap is in the... I gotta remember, I've got a snapback cap and I accidentally Damn. I am changing consoles after all. Hang on. It's very cool rhythm dungeon crawler. I might just turn on the Notice to anyone who lives in Victoria, it was quite hot today. Anyway, let me get the fancy Switch 2. So I do have a couple, because I've already got a couple of games installed. Look at this, guys. Look at this fancy control. Here's the proof that I've got a Switch 2 at least. Hopefully hang on. How come the HDMI's... Hang on. It doesn't realize it's actually supposed to be... Hang on. Sorry guys, I'm trying to make sure it's actually plugged... in. Come on. Oh, come on. Hang on, guys. I do apologize for this. I have it plugged into the TV. I'm just not sure if it's actually plugged. Hang on. Turn on from the... I've got it plugged into the... Sorry, guys. I've got it plugged into the... Yeah, I've got it plugged into the console. I'm trying to work it out. Then they got sued, apparently, about the joystick drift. Well, hopefully it's not an issue with the Switch 2 specifically. I need to find a way to actually... Why is it not plugging in? Oh, sweet God. Oh. Unless it's probably a HDCP protection or something. How? Yeah, it's gotten real warm in the past few days. I think it's hitting like 35 tomorrow. Yeah, I think it's meant to cool down in Victoria, but yeah, today it was like 31 degrees. It was, I mean, obviously not like burning hot or anything like that. I'm setting up the wheel while speaking to my mate. Yeah. Look, I've never actually got a stream set up for a Switch 2. I wouldn't be surprised if the HDCP protection is turned on or something. It wouldn't surprise me. I mean, even though it's just a gaming console. I'm sorry, guys. For some reason, it's not turned. For some reason, I've got it plugged into the console, But every time I turn it on, it turns on the screen, but it doesn't turn on the TV mode for some reason. Maybe I need to... Hang on. Come on. Come on. Maybe I need to turn... Hang on. What I need to do is... So yeah, I've got it... Yeah, as you can see, I've got it here. I've got the screen here. Maybe I've got to turn it on the home. Maybe I've got to have it turned on. This is ridiculous inexperience. Yes, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear, friends, that I've never had a Switch before, and I've never had. Maybe it's something I probably should have tried to get sorted out before I actually started live streaming. I'm gonna play a bit of GTA 5, but still have the stream up. I'll try my best. Hopefully, it won't be a technical issue. Maybe it might be something I might have to. It might be one of those things where I'll have to turn off the stream and then turn it back on again. Hopefully not. But for some reason, I've got the console plugged in, but it's not coming out of the HDMI. It's just keeping the screen turned on for some reason. It wasn't an issue yesterday. Come on. I just realized what the problem is, guys. The AC adapter was turned off. I feel like such a buffoon. Now it should work. Is it? Hang on. Come on. Yes, there we go. Finally. Yes. Okay. Friends, thank you for following as well. I appreciate it. Yep, we finally got it. Okay, we finally got it going, guys. Here we go. So, look at this, guys. Color Shed with the Nintendo Switch turned on. Isn't that quite surreal? Now, as you can see, oh, hang on. Yep, there we go. And yeah, Gran Turismo 3 music is playing in the background, so I wasn't following. No, that's okay, friends. I think, am I following you? I'm pretty sure I am. Oh, oh, that's a surprise, because I actually remember you, friends. There you go, now I'm following back. that makes, well, still. Yeah, but oh yeah. Yeah, but still, friends. What game should we, guys, what game should we play? Okay, the classic games I've got downloaded, but I haven't actually got a subscription for Nintendo Switch Online yet. I'm waiting until, just before I start my holidays. I'm seeing you around lots, even watch some of your YouTube videos. Impressed, friends? Impressed? Did you, were you at PAX that weekend? Oh yeah, Test Drive Unlimited. We'll try out Mario Kart World simply because, I mean, you know, it's already built into the console, and it is one of the newest games out there. In hindsight, I probably should have got the newest Pokemon game for this. That's okay. Yeah, well, yeah. That weekend, I actually co-hosted my first ever panel. I did my first panel at that expo, and yeah, ran the Melbourne Marathon on the same weekend. So, yeah, not a bad way to celebrate your 31st birthday, right? Anyway, let's get this booted up. Yeah, you too, Wolfie. Yeah, you did your panel literally straight after. Hang on, let me turn the menu music off and turn on the in-game sound. Turn on the Switch too. There we go. Yeah, by the way, have you seen the 10 favorite, friends, have you seen the 10 favorite Knockout Tour? Okay, stay ahead in the race of endurance. I wonder how you start the career mode in this game. Oh, no, don't do that. Online, unless it's online play, probably. I'm just going online. I honestly don't know what to expect. Change the game to Mario Kart World. Thank you, by the way. Yeah, I don't have all that. Like I said, guys, I've only just bought the Switch, and it's still kind of uncharted territory for me, this console, so we'll just do a couple of Grand Prix races. I have played a little bit of Mario Kart World, so yeah, I've got a couple of things to unlock. Yeah, we'll just play as Mario, why not? Keep it generic. I think, did I play? I did actually briefly play this at PAX on the Friday morning when I had, because I got a content creator pass, so I was able to get into the Nintendo booth early. Yeah, so I got to avoid the lines. Hang on, there are a few people on Twitch actually currently playing Mario Kart. Well, I need to change it on YouTube as well. Give me a second, guys. Edit. Really, sorry guys, give me a second. I gotta change the. So at least they're both video games that. Sorry guys, I'm just trying to get it all. I'm literally, here's the thing, I'm trying to manage both the Twitch and the YouTube, so because I'm live on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, 260 hours crypto. Jesus Christ, you played that game for a while. Really wish the meals were an option in this game. Yeah. Again, I'm just trying to, we'll just go into it. Yeah. The vibration on the controllers, on the sorry guys, I know this sounds like a dumb question. What are these two joypad things actually, what are they actually called on the Switch? These two that you can detach and then put on the controller, or use them separately as two controllers. What are they called again? Joy-Cons. Thanks, Wolfie. Yes, Joy-Cons. Yeah, they feel pretty good. They feel surprisingly, yeah, they feel, even attached in this really unusually shaped controller, even as a controller, this feels alright. I would like to, probably would like to get a Pro controller in the future, though. Here we go. How's the, volume, by the way, guys? I was playing a bit of Mario Kart 8 as well, so... Shit. Okay, thanks, Wolfie. Oh god, drifting the wrong way. Honestly, playing this, first impressions were, I actually like Mario Kart 8 a little bit more, but this is, at least, this is still alright though. Does look pretty good on a 4K TV, to be fair. Am I in the lead? Yes, I am, with 3 boosts. Save him while I'm in the lead. Gonna get into VR anytime soon? If I can afford it. At the moment, I literally just bought a Switch 2, so, the next thing I'm planning on buying is a new PC. That's the next thing, but I'm gonna wait till I get back from holidays. All the important things to put money into the house specifically. Ghosts can do that. Little devils. Yeah, it's close, but at least I'm... Damn it! Okay. Yeah, it's not a bad game so far. Mario Kart World. I still think Mario Kart 8 is a little bit better, personally. Could be, maybe I just need to give this a bit more time. I'll have this whole holidays to do so. Oh, leave it, yes! No, you don't. Yeah, hopefully other Mario Kart games will be available on the Nintendo Classics section, like Mario Kart Double Dash on the GameCube, because I know that you got GameCube Classics as part of, you know, if you get a Nintendo Switch subscription. Easy race, if you ask me. Nice. No, I don't, Captain Fruit Loops. I honestly don't know. All I do know is that it's current. I just need to upgrade to a I need to upgrade to a Windows. To put it bluntly, I need to upgrade to a PC that allows me to install Windows 11. My PC is that old. If that makes sense. Oh, this one's a rolling start. Okay. Ah, this is the open world aspect. This is interesting. Oh, that's mine. Yeah, I'll take that. Thank you very much. I do remember driving on this open world bit, actually. Oh, okay. Whoa. This is... Okay, now this is different. Yeah. It's one of those ones where you jump. Again, it's all... Again, this is... Okay, now this is definitely uncharted territory to me. This is different. So is there actually a career mode in this game where you actually drive in the open world? From what I've heard... See, I'm still rocking a GS deck. Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, I just want to be able to get something that could... Uh-oh. Did I miss it? Yes. Yes. I threw the banana split at the perfect time. But, yeah, I just want something that... And then basically get the PC... And then get a capture card that can capture 4K. Because now that I've actually got a Series X and a Nintendo Switch 2 on top of that, I think now's the time to... Now, I know my PC can output 4K if I plug it into a 4K TV, of course. But just being able to capture 4K gameplay on the PC would be nice. Because I think now I'm at that stage where it should be, well... Oh, so now the maximum coin limit is 20 instead of 10. I am pretty familiar with this part, actually, thanks to playing this game at PAX this morning. Sorry, a few days ago. It was in the morning when I played it, specifically. Okay, now this feels a little bit different. You gotta grind. Yeah, you get to grind in this game. It does look delightful as a... And what's good too is that I get to play this game on the go. Oh! Did I undershoot it? No, we're good. This is definitely different, guys. Big racetrack as well. And yeah, you go around. So it's one lap. Oh, no. Come on. No. Come on. Yes. I knew there was a blue shell incoming. I saw it on the that map HUD thing. I remember when I played Daytona USA, it was an arcade and amusement park back in the 90s. That might be the first ever, until the battery runs out after an hour and a half. Well, I've got it plugged into the TV, fortunately, Woody, so I'll have to put it on power saver mode and play retro games on the in the car, or maybe plug it into the car or something. I don't know. So I never made a Tony Hawk style Mario game. You've got a good point, Tactastic. It would make for a good game too. Okay, another rolling start. Again, I'm pretty familiar with this map. Okay, yep, that was a good start. Oh, shit. Oh. I've won the first two races and, oh my god, I'm 6th place. You got a point, though, Tactastic. It would make for a good... Oh, there's Slipstream as well. Is there? Oh, did I... Oh, I just missed out. Okay, I got a bit... Oh! Boulders! Spiky boulders! Pretty tight at the moment. Go somewhere where you can actually, yeah, get a bit of boost on those ramps. And also along the rails. Save the power up. Save the power up. We're still in the lead. This, yeah, it does feel a little bit different from Mario Kart 8. Maybe it's just because I haven't played it enough to really give it a proper go. Oh, no, you don't. I guess you could say that's the closest thing to a Tony Hawk style game, being able to grind on these circuits. Still got the lead. It is a bit more... Oh no. I'm a Koopa Trooper. Oh, good job, Mario. Oh no, that was a jump. I didn't know that power up was a jump. I know that you can do that. I remember being able to do that at PAX when I played this game at PAX. Oh, sorry, Koopa Trooper and a Goomba. Sorry. Fucking hell, I'm an idiot. Thank you for correcting me, guys. Yeah, a Goomba, not a Koopa. A Goomba, yes. I had the brain of a Goomba for thinking at that moment. Still won though. A dolphin, just a random dolphin is second in the Grand Prix. I'm turning this off again. It's actually quite cold. That switch system up there is good. Also helped by the fact that it literally only has to cool down one room. Even though I've got a good lead, I still want to be able to win this race. Yeah, I mean, it's Mario Kart. You can't go... It's one of those franchises where you're just like, you can't go wrong with this. You can't screw it up. And that's not Echo. Oh, God, don't get me started with that game, Tactastic. Baby Peach, I think it is. Oh, God, there's a bit of chaos there. Maybe that could be his nickname, Echo the Dolphin. Hey! Good thing I got that boost prepared. It's on, Dolphin! That's the thing with these power-ups. I don't know what. Long time fan of your channel, watching Longmont, Colorado, USA. Watching from Colorado. Krilly? I hope I pronounced that name correct. Thank you. Appreciate it. Wasn't a very good toss. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate on the race at the same time. Did I get him? Oh, I missed him. Oh, 3 of 8. This must be a large. So this must be the entire thing, probably. Ah, that was unlucky timing. I was able to use the boost, but they used the shell on me. Stop with the red shells. You should be aiming it at Donkey Kong, not Mario. Okay, everybody got the receiving end on that. That's fair enough. Oh, it's a platform. Oh, wow. Okay. Okay, yep. I'll take that. Thank you, Gorgeous. Thank you. Sorry, I'm trying to concentrate at the same time. Fortunately, Gorgeous, if I'm... Hang on. God, This could be better. This is a pretty good... This is actually... This is quite wild. You go faster doing it this way, grinding. Welcome back, Montego. I'm now playing Mario Kart World. Isn't that crazy? On ColourShed, I've been only playing on this live stream. I've only been playing video games that came out this year. That's a first. But yeah, George's Pokemon Journey. Thank you for the birthday wishes. Yes, I ran a marathon this. Yeah, just a few days ago. So needless to say, I am fit enough to. Come on. Yay! Another win. Yeah, I ran a marathon a few days ago, so I think I'm in pretty good health, all things, if I'm fit enough to do that. Nice. Yes, this game is good. I like this game a lot, and I've got plenty. Yeah, I've got a lot to. Yeah, I've got plenty to do. Oh, so I won the actual. Oh yeah, that was the Grand Prix. That was 4 races. Yes, whatever. The winner was Mario. That's all that matters. So Donkey Kong was locked? Really? Okay. Well, not anymore, fortunately. A new vehicle. So yeah. So Mario. So it's just Mario Grand Prix, and it's. So I'm just trying to wrap my head around how Mario Kart World works. So it's. Hang on. So is it a career mode where you. Cool. Yeah. Yeah. Really well. I did it in almost exactly 4 hours. We'll play as Donkey Kong. Yeah, I did it in 4 hours. So. 4 hours and 1 minute and 26 seconds, I think. That was, yeah, it went pretty well, all things considered, since, 42 kilometers is a long distance after all. Yeah, this Switch controller, this is different. A different, unique type of controller in which it utilizes Joy-Cons. It's a very, the Switch is a kind of console where there's just so much variety of ways to actually play the console. You can play it on your TV. You can use a Pro controller. You can you can put the Joy-Con. You can detach the Joy-Cons and use this controller. It's different. But yeah, I digress. George, yeah, I promised I would run a marathon 2 years. Yeah, it went pretty well. 2 years ago, I promised that I would plan on running the marathon. I'm planning on doing my first marathon then. And, yeah, I ended up injuring my hip from basically overtraining, trying to get a good time. But, I did say that I promised one day I would actually do it. And, yeah, 2 years later, yeah, I'm just glad that I did. I did do a fundraiser for Beyond Blue in 2023, raising about $1,200, and obviously doing a fundraiser for trying it again this year and raised, as you can see on the top, $940. So, yeah, regardless of whether or not I would run a marathon or not, being able to fundraise that much money is always worth it. So, yeah, went to PAX as well, caught up with a lot of wonderful people. So yeah, it was just, about as good of a birthday as you could ask for, I'd say. I'll tell you what this circuit is. Super Mario Land on the Game Boy type of circuit. Is that what it's meant? Is that what it's meant to be? Hey, Stronky, welcome in. Joining the 30th club. Yeah, I was about to say, Stronky, welcome in, by the way, that we have we do have very similar... Yeah, and I celebrated my 31st birthday by running a marathon, so... Yeah, not a bad way to celebrate it. Yeah, I hope you have a good birthday as well, Stronky. I'll be on holidays by the time you have your birthday. I was about to say, Yeah, we have almost identical. We're almost twins, almost, in terms of, you know, how close our age gap. Yeah, in terms of age gap, we're only days away, literally. Crazy, right? Oh wow, I've actually got the lead and I won. Yay! And yeah, I treated myself by buying myself, as you can see, a Nintendo Switch 2. That's what I'm playing. So yeah, not a bad birthday present, right? It's because I'm going on holidays for a couple of weeks soon, so I thought, you know, might as well get myself a Switch 2 for the you know, for the road trip. Here we go. Even though it's a rolling start, you still got the option to boost. That's cool. And then it goes into a sort of open world. Oh shit. It's alright. I had a you know what, actually, you know what's interesting, guys? When I actually did the marathon, now my brother celebrated his 35th birthday yesterday. There you go. Here's the thing. Okay, here's the thing, Tactastic. My birthday was actually yesterday, so technically you could say your brother and I share the same birthday. 15th of October is actually my birthday, by the way, guys, just to be clear. It's just that, yeah, I wanted to celebrate it first and then do this live stream. Everyone busy. The reason my Prime sub isn't popping up. Are you sure? I see. Well, I see. Yeah, I see your Amazon Premium and that you're a founder. So it does show that you're. Oh, that's interesting. It should pop up. People are resubbing, but it shows. Yeah, it shows you as a fan. Well, maybe it's because you got the founder badge or something. Whee! Oh, nearly got ya. You know what this music reminds me of? It reminds me of one of the levels in Bubsy. Oh, do you reckon it could be because I'm live on... Because here's the thing, I'm live on my main YouTube channel as well, so that probably might be why. But yeah, oh. Ooh, yeah. What is actually pretty good about this sort of semi-open world, or at least these much larger circuits, is the fact that you're always racing on a different type of circuit all the time. It's a sprint instead of a circuit, if that makes sense. So you're always racing somewhere different, which is pretty cool. Cousin who has his on the 27th. You mean the 27th of October, Stronky? Oh, no! Jeez, it's quite... It is a bit tight. Oh, shit. She had a banana split. No, don't... Why me, you knucklehead? There you go. Go after... There you go. Go after her, too. Come on, don't... Come on. Give me a good power-up. Oh, it's not the end of... It's not the end of the line. Okay, it's around this corner. Okay. I've got a green shell behind me as insurance. Whew. Win. We win. Oh, by the way, Stronky, I also treated myself to this cap as well. Recognize the logo? Rammstein are awesome. I wore this at PAX pretty much. I wore this at the Game Expo all weekend. I got a couple of compliments as well. It's me and nieces on the 22. Yeah, a lot of birthdays in October. Yeah, sounds like a lot definitely happens in October. Okay, timed it right. Hang on. We got this long message from Montego. I have a theory about Mario. Everyone knows he is a plumber, but in many years of Mario games, do you ever see him do his plumber job? No, I reckon he's claiming his plumbing business is making more money than it actually is, keeping his investors happy, and then using his investors' money to go to. Well, he goes through pipes. So is that close enough? My opinion. Who cares? And he goes, does he use plumbing tools in Donkey Kong though when he was first introduced as a character? Oh, now I'm all terrain. That's actually a pretty handy feature to have, all considering. As you should, oh, hang on, it's Octafox 4. Thank you so much for following. There's no one behind me, so there's nothing to. Ooh. I'm just waiting for someone to use a shell on me. Nah, I need another power up. I need better ones. There's piranha plants in the pipe. There you go. That's sort of a plumbing job. The games that he stars in though are just so wonderful and vibrant that you just don't care. They're just fun to play. And he revolutionized video gaming. So, ooh, Donkey Kong celebrated like he hit somebody. As a carpenter in the game Wrecking Crew back on the NES. There you go. Oh, hang on. I think that is more of a gardener's job. Yeah, probably. Top 3 PS2 games. I did a 10 favorite on okay, son. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that username. All I'm going to simply say is I recently released a video. My most recent video that I released last week is literally just my 10 favorite PS2 games. So I'll just list 3 of the 10. Gran Turismo 3, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and Bully, I suppose. The rest of them include... Ratchet & Clank 3. No, if I had to pick 3, Gran Turismo 3, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, and Ratchet & Clank 3. Whee! Octafox, thank you for... Yes, hello, welcome in. Thanks for following. How are you? No worries, T-Bird. I'm on holiday, so I get to stay up as late as I want. The whole Mushroom Kingdom probably clogged toilets for Mars and Mario. Yeah. Certainly not a bad gig, given that he gets to save the princess. Get that coin. Now we got maximum coins. What do the coins actually do in this game? Because I honestly... Do they just make you go slightly faster? Because I know, like, you know, like Wumpa Fruity Crash Team Racing. Oh no, there's a blue shell. The inevitable. Get away from me. Ooh, yep, we made it though. Imagine if they used Gran Turismo 3 engine with Gran Turismo 4 content. Oh my god. All they had to do, all you gotta do, awesome, is just have the chase cam from Gran Turismo 3. And thanks to the mods, we can, of course, but what I mean is officially, then it would probably be my favorite. Not to mention the soundtrack from Gran Turismo 3 and 4 combined. Then it would be perfect. Just my personal opinion. We'll do a few races and we'll probably stop. Well, we'll see if there's another Nintendo game worth trying out. Oh no. It's like he just straight up hit her. I mean, it did. It looked like it anyway. Look at the string board and see if I can whacked her. Ah, I can see what this is. 4 points. Jeez, is that hell? Look at that. It looks like a volcano up there. You're gonna celebrate your birthday in real life too. I'm taking some friends. Stronky, my what was I about to say? I went to last weekend. I went to PAX, the Game Expo, and yeah, ran the Melbourne Marathon. That was basically my way of celebrating in real life, you could say. Is it really, G-Man? Okay. If it really is you, what time did you do your panel at PAX? What time of day did you do your? Because you did a panel at PAX. I know that. If it really is you, G-Man. It's like, oh, prove it. And you got 10 seconds to respond as well. So you don't cheat and look it up. Is there no other games except Gran Turismo on the PS5? Not really. I mean, Metal Gear Solid Delta I can play on the Xbox Series X as well, and Spider-Man 2 you can just play on the PC. Whereas Gran Turismo 7 is exclusive only to is only on the PlayStation 5. I'm sure there are a couple as well. Do more to test him. Yeah. I know that G-Man Lives also did, because I know he's a big game reviewer on YouTube from Australia as well, but he was at PAX and he did a panel as well. Oh. And I couldn't go to it because, I mean, I was recovering, because I was literally at, I was literally recovering from a marathon, so I did come back to PAX. Literally, yes, I went to a game. I literally took over 70,000 steps that weekend. It was mental. But I did it. Checkpoint. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, we're going quick. It's like the Nitro Station in Crash Team Racing. It's just becoming a Sony where they just port exclusive after 6 months or a year. For example, like Stellar Blade. That's another one I need to try out one day. Blue shell. I actually might look it up because I was trying to check it up before, but I got raided in the middle of it. Couldn't attend ColourShed because G-Man confirm. Like I said, I wasn't at the panel because I was literally running a marathon. I was in the middle of running. Well, more specifically, recovering from a marathon. I couldn't get to, like I said, I couldn't get to PAX until about 3:30, I think, on that day specifically. How many steps did I take on that weekend? Hang on, go back. Can I go back? Summary. Hang on. I just need to look at the calendar. Hang on. Okay, calendar. Get this down because, yeah. As you can see, I know fitness is not the most reliable app on your phone, but as you can see, look how many steps I. Oh, come on. At least it further proves to you that I ran that marathon, because that's how much I did on this. As you can see, I did on the October 12th, 53 kilometers of travel on foot. That was just one day. 54,000 steps in one, nearly 55,000 steps in one day. At least it's more proof that I actually ran it. Okay, 13,000, so that's 60. Hang on, no. Okay, 55,000, would give or take. 54,700. 13,000, nearly 14,000. And then another 14,000 the next day. So actually, not 75,000 steps. 54, 67, about over 80,000 steps. I take that back. I did it much longer than that. Oh boy. So yeah, Red also welcome in as well, and also the Wilson Marola. Thank you for the birthday wishes as well, and thank you for resubbing as well, Snorky. I appreciate it. You can make that the birthday present to me.
Refreshed and now it shows up. Happy B-Day again. Less than 3.
Thank you very much, Stronky. I appreciate it. So yeah, I always watch your reviews on your channel for the games I just played. I'm currently playing Grid 2 and saw there's no video. Yeah, just Race Driver Grid 1, I know. There's only so much time I have to review certain games, of course. I mean, because, you know, when you work a full-time job, trust me, if I could get a review out every single day, I would. I would like to if I could. Thank you also as well, Red Forks. 30th, it's quite a step. I felt 31 was easy to cross. Well, like I was talking about, Red, I think my celebration for my 31st was about as good as it could possibly be. Probably one of the best birthdays I've ever had. Simply because, now basically I can be happy, I can actually be happy with my birthday this time, not feel depressed about getting a year old, simply because knowing now that I'm fit enough to run a marathon. I know I keep bringing it up over and over, but yeah, knowing that I'm that fit to do that, I don't think I can complain too much about, you know, whether I've aged well or not, if that makes sense. I'm aging pretty well, that's what I'm saying. People still think I'm in my mid-20s. Even with a beard, even with this beard, people still think I'm in my mid-20s, so I'm doing something right. There you go. Daisy was locked as well? If you guys haven't seen the medal yet, by the way, guys, I've got it here, so... yeah, but if anyone... all I can simply say is, guys, I definitely recommend anyone... Yeah, there's the medal, guys. Nike logo and all that. So, yeah, it was in... We literally ran all over Melbourne. I literally just had a cupcake, Warren. I don't usually celebrate. I don't usually do traditional celebrations. I do have a few cupcakes in my fridge, though. I did get that from my parents, which, yeah, that counts. They're birthday they're cakes. I reckon one more race. What else will we unlocked? We'll go as Princess Peach this time. I'll surprise you guys. Els, also a big accomplishment. Thank you, Els. Thank you. Welcome in as well. As long as it's sweet and it's eaten and shared. Yes, it is. Yeah, there were multiple cupcakes, so yeah. The character. Oh yeah, well, it's the newest Mario Kart game, Stronky. Makes sense. Is there some sort of Rainbow Road in this? No, there isn't. There is Bowser's Castle, which looks more like a nuclear power plant than a castle. But anyway, Saturn. Hey, you've actually joined in on my evening stream. Yeah, it's been a wonderful stream. I've just I'm thirsty. Just been chatting for over an hour because I had so much to chat about. Currently live on my YouTube channel on top of that. And yeah. Just saying that, yeah, very up to date with it. Yeah, that's fair. Look, Stronky, I don't have a Nintendo Switch 1 in my collection. It took me the Switch 2 to eventually come round, if that makes sense. Basically that Switch 2 I bought a couple of days ago was the first one. I don't know. So yeah, sad. And I'll tell you what I'll tell you what I was up to. I did my first panel at the Game Expo PAX. I actually did it, and it went really well. And I did this. I won this medal at running the marathon. So yeah, that's what I've been up to. And yeah, not a bad way to celebrate your own birthday, right? And that's. I was about to say, especially considering you play Switch 1. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you got 2 generations set. I knew people talk about how expensive the Switch 2 is, but I think the console itself is actually a pretty decent price. Pardon me. Considering it, you know, you can play these consoles in 4K. You can play this console on a 4K TV. Yeah, it's backwards compatible with Switch 1 games. And, What else? The Nintendo Classics thing is also pretty enticing as well. Being able to play all this stuff on the, like, literally on the go. It's one of the reason I bought it, finally bit the bullet and finally bought one, is because, yeah, I'm going on a road trip, so. Just remembered something in the message for you to always play Buck Rogers and Just a Dead. Oh, I hope they do come to Australia. Awesome. They're popular song. I mean, they're on Gran Turismo. Millions of people have played those games. It makes sense. So yeah, so as you can see, Saturn, I'm currently playing Mario Kart World, believe it or not, on the Nintendo Switch 2. And I like it so far. So yeah, it's just been it's sort of a sporadic, you know, a rare, you know, birthday stream. Oh, shit. It's such an underrated feature, but mostly on games. Well, you know, but to be fair, Stronky, all of the current generation consoles are all backwards compatible. All of them. The PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible with PS4 games. The Series X is backwards compatible with, well, pretty much every Xbox console. Not every single game, but still, you know, all the good games. You got 4 generations set. Technically, Saturn, my birthday was yesterday, not today, but, yeah, just using today as a way to celebrate it, if that makes sense. Ooh. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, but... Oh, I see the leaders, at least, probably. Oh, hang on. Rosaline... Oh, Rosalina's ahead. Thank you, Saturn. Okay. Pay with a... Oh, no! I was going to say for a split second it was the Battle of the Princesses. Oh, shit. Come on. Come on, get at least one. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to concentrate on the race at the same time. This is a pretty tense race here. Come on. Oh no, Boulder! Very nice making a comeback. I wish I didn't have to rely on my PS... Making a comeback. Yeah. Yeah, the PlayStation 4 was not backwards compatible. The Xbox consoles have always been backwards compatible. The Wii is backwards compatible with the GameCube. The Wii U, compatible with the Wii. I feel weird saying that. Oh, no. Ooh, no, and I got hit with another shell. Damn it. I blocked one shell, and that's all right. I'm about to win. I'm about to win, yes! I wish PS5 had PS3 backwards compatibility. Well, that's the thing is, though, a lot of PlayStation 3 games, at least a lot of the most iconic ones, got re-releases on the PS4 and 5, like the Uncharted series, God of War 3. What else was re-released? Guns of the Patriots. I mean, yeah, there are a few PS3 games that you can literally only play on the PlayStation 3, like Metal Gear Solid, Guns of the Patriots. What else is there? Well, yeah, lol. I mean, they are objectively good games, but they love remastering that game to death, don't they? It's like, Naughty Dog, just move on. Yeah, the 2 Gran Turismo games, they'll probably never re-release it just for licensing reasons alone. Ooh, I got Rosalina. I got someone. It's another one of those open world, it's one of those large sprint circuits. One of these sprint tracks. Oh. Stop it. We get it. Okay. Oh, hang on. I'm not going to get the... Oh, I'm not going to get the blue shell. Good. God of War HD collection. You think the first 2 God of War games will be available as a digital release or something? The Ratchet and Clank compilation, the trilogy, and also Jak and Daxter and Sly Cooper. Oh wow, that's a long way. I do have the God of War collection in my collection, fortunately. Did play it a little bit for my 10 favorite PS2 games, actually. He's played better on the 360 anyway, but PS3 had a good... Yeah, most... Yeah, even the first volume, the one that had just the first 2 God of War games, was pretty pricey. I got incredibly lucky with my purchase, fortunately. I got my copy for about shit. Oh wow. That first leader just slowed down all of a sudden. This is like a snow road, a snow waterfall-like road. This is interesting. Yay, another win. Kaz did say he's shocked that people preferred the old game structure to the new ones. There's also the licensed music. He's shocked. Well... Old games will never, yeah, the older grades, yeah. If they're never re-released, it's just always a licensing reason, and usually you get the rare exception, like the Tony Hawk, like Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1+2, which had almost 100% of the original soundtrack, which is damn impressive. Really disappointing they didn't do that for 3+4, but anyway. What about Cortana? They're all bashing into each other. Oh, sorry, Luigi. Shit. No, this isn't Mario Kart. No, this mainly racing game car. I don't really see. Yeah, I know. It's also, yeah, also the cars themselves. That's also an issue. I mean, actually, no. There's also oh, did I just get all of them in one go? I think I did. This is kind of a miracle. Yeah, well, maybe, yeah, well, Rockstar have a lot of money after all. Oh, wow. Get back here. Oh no, blue shell! No, come on! It's alright, I'm right on the boost at least, so... Get out of the way, what, Luigi? Prince... Ah, so they're both Gen T. There you go. I didn't know that. Oh, hang on. Oh, shit. I've got a raid. Shay! Shay! Thank you so much for raiding. Shay, thank you so much for raiding. I really, really, really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you. Give me a second. Shay. Sariola, I hope I pronounced that correctly. A glitchy system, and of course Rico. Thank you so much for joining in. In case you guys, yes, another, yep. Just pretend it's my birthday every day. Usually that helps as well. Just to be clear, ladies and gentlemen, it really is actually, well, more specifically, it was my birthday yesterday, and I'm celebrating it today. Of course, yes, of course. Yeah, Shay was playing, yeah, Colton Land. Thanks for the shout out, by the way. In case you guys don't know who I am Spencer, or Speddy, or as a lot of people call me, ColourShed, or simply Color, and just, yeah, I'm currently playing Super Mario World at the moment. I literally bought this Nintendo Switch 2 only a couple of days ago as a sort of little birthday present for myself. I might actually briefly go into a just chatting camera mode. How is everybody at the moment? Yeah, that sounds like you, Rico. Yeah, welcome in, everybody. Yeah. Considering the time of day, no, actually, it'd be 10:30 where you are at the moment, Shay. I was amassing followers in my cult. We'll take over the world shortly. I'll join in your cult eventually. Like I said, I got your message on Discord, by the way, Shay. Yeah, I'm live at the moment. That's probably why. No, thank you, Shay. I really appreciate it. Shay was also, and Rico were both others that I also met at PAX in person that weekend. We first met each other in person for the first time at PAX, which I really appreciate. Both of you, very, very lovely, of course. And yeah, hopefully we cross paths at Queensland since I'm going to be on holidays there very, very soon. So, but yeah, if you need to go to bed, because even though it's 10:30 where you are at the moment in Queensland, it's actually 11:30 thanks to daylight savings here in Victoria. If you need to head off just because you had a long live stream, that's completely understandable, of course. But yeah, thanks again, Shay, for raiding. I really appreciate it. It was very rad. The number of people, ever since I created a Twitch account a few years ago, the number of people that I've networked with has just been, it's just off the charts. The people that, you just run into so many people you recognize. It's insane. Absolutely insane. Sorry, I'm almost running out of breath. I usually don't stream for this long. But, like I said, I've literally got not much else to say because I literally spent the first hour just chatting. Yeah, you need to go as well, Tech Test. You need to go to work. That's understandable. It's currently 11:30 p.m. where I'm at the moment. I'm about to end, if anything, I'm probably about to end this stream very soon. But once again, thank you. Thanks again for streaming, Shay. I appreciate it. Everybody give Shay a follow. She's really good. Yeah, she's a really good, very lovely streamer. Playing mostly Cult of the Lamb and League of Legends. Played many. Just Persona 5, by the way. Awesome. Yes, the Persona. Yes, I actually got that poster at TGX. So yeah, I'm just trying to. Good work, Saturn. Oops. After stream stuff, you also. Give me a second. I'm gonna go and get some after stream stacks. Yeah, good idea, Shay. I should probably do. Should I do the same? I just brushed my teeth before I started this stream. Subs. Oh, you also subbed as well. Thank you for subscribing, by the way. I didn't notice that. Thanks, Rico. Even though Rico just subscribed. Thank you. Yeah, Shay is really lovely. Yeah, I also met, little. Thank you very much. Maybe I could use it to, get a little, maybe to sort of pay off for the next Nintendo Switch game that I buy. As I was saying, by the way, awesome. I've played 60 hours into Persona 5 and absolutely love it, but I haven't actually completed it yet. I honestly haven't gotten around to completing it since I started my Twitch account. I started playing it in 2022 on the PS4, and just sort of, it's currently on hold at the moment. See the Mario movie? Yes, I did, Warren. I did. When I saw it in cinemas. It was really good. As far as movies based on video games go, it was good. Any game you think about buying for the Switch 2? Metroid Prime 4. I played the demo of that at PAX, and it was really good. I liked it. The mouse configuration, the imitation of a mouse, the mouse was interesting. One of the Joy-Cons acting as a mouse was interesting. But the way I see it, it's something I'll probably get used to the more I play it. Much like, oh no. Oh no, I'm far ahead. I'm good. But Metroid Prime 4. I'm also planning, this is on the Switch 1, but I'm also planning on getting Metroid Prime remastered and aforementioned awesome Persona 5 Royal. I really want to get that for the Switch as well, because being able to play Persona 5 on the go sounds very enticing. But yeah, I should give the other Persona games a try as well. I need to beat Persona 5 first, even though it's technically a follow-up to those 2 games that you mentioned, but still, I think they're different stories. Hydrating, guys. Give me a second. Thanks again, Woofy. She got a shout out. That's okay. You can never. Nah, it's Shay. She can never have too many shout outs. Man, so many people that I caught up with reading and also joining in on this stream. It's just, yeah. Honestly, you guys joining in, that alone is enough of a birthday present, I'd say. Is it even possible to beat? Yes, it is, Stronky. Or is it? I don't know. I would like to beat a Persona game in the future. It's one of the reasons I wanted to get it on the Switch. You know, being able to, on the road trip. Oh. Sorry. Small one, but we need a big one. We need both. Never have enough. Sorry, Luigi. Sorry, Waluigi. Luigi and Waluigi both in front of Peach. Yeah, the content's limitless. From what I've also heard, I think there's like there's an epilogue, if I'm not mistaken. Please don't spoil it, guys. I honestly don't know. Just leave it at that. I think I'm about halfway through the game. When I tried to play it in 2022, I got about halfway. Like, I was hooked to that game, like, after half an hour. It's one of those games, the thing is with the Persona games, the reason I usually hesitate on turn-based RPGs for a while is because of, oh no, I missed. How did I miss? Right next to me. Anyway, oh. The reason I hesitate on turn-based RPGs is because they're, what is it? They're really, really time-consuming. The only reason, yeah, and, I heard about the Metacritic score, when Persona 5 first came out, it got like a 93 on Metacritic, and then Royal came out in 2020, it got a 95 on Metacritic. It's considered one of the best games of that generation. It's something I really wanted to play for a long time. It's just, it takes a long time, like over 100 hours. That was the only thing that made me hesitate, because I just didn't have the time for it. I was making reviews as well, and then eventually, oh god, no, give me a break. I went from 1st to 5th in just 2 seconds. Yeah, Persona 5 Strikers. I think that's the first one that comes to my mind, Captain Fruit Loops. PugTech, welcome. Hello, by the way, PugTech. Yeah, Switch 2 is good. Because I never had a Switch 1 in my collection, it just feels good to have a Switch in my collection. And, because it's a Switch 2, have both Switch generations set, because it's backwards compatible, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's a pretty good system. As I was saying, the one thing that eventually made me relent and get a copy was, it was on sale at EB Games for about 35 Australian dollars, give or take. It was pretty good. It was pretty cheap for what was at the time the best, the best game of that generation. So I thought, all right, I'll finally get my own copy. And then just stayed on my shelf for about a week, and then eventually I was just like, okay, I got the weekend, I got a long weekend, I'll give it a little bit of a try. I was hooked after just half an hour. I just thought the story, and I was just like, oh my god, this is amazing. And I put about 6, and the only reason I stopped playing it was just because, I created a Twitch page, so I just didn't have the time. Royal is better than 5, obviously more that's why I knew that Royal was I knew to get Persona 5 Royal, because I knew that was basically it was basically like a complete edition of Persona 5, if that makes sense. Yay, Rosalina from Mario Galaxy. Super Mario Galaxy on the Switch. Should I get that as well, guys? I've already got it. Here's the thing. I've already got it on the Nintendo Wii. One more Grand Prix and I'll go to bed. It's nearly midnight where I am, but, you know, I'm on holiday, so I can actually afford to stay up. Rosalina? Yeah, we'll play as her next. I think they're just... Okay, one more Grand Prix and then I'll go to bed, I reckon. We've been streaming for 3.5 hours after all. The only reason I'm streaming this late on a weekday is because I'm on holidays. I can actually afford to stay up at night, actually. This is a different... At least every circuit is different. All of them are new. Not return... You know, not... You know. I feel like the older Mario games do recycle old previous classic circuits maybe a bit too much. Seems like a pretty strong... Oh, it's 5 laps, okay. Switch to the only game I can think of is arcade port of Ridge Racer 1. There's also okay, this is on the Switch 1. One game I'd really like to try out actually is Virtua Racing. Like, it's meant to be a near perfect arcade port of Virtua Racing. Like, I've got Virtua Racing, or at least emulated versions on the Mega Drive, the 32X, and PlayStation 2. The PlayStation 2 version, the one that comes in the Sega Classics collection. Ooh, good toss. A fight of 3. Oh, Persona 3, you mean specifically? Reloaded. I did come incredibly close to getting Persona 4 Golden on the Vita once, because it was available for about 40 Australian dollars. I was so close to getting it as well, but eventually I just hesitated because I didn't want to, and I regretted it. I regret it. I mean, I guess now we can get it on multiple other systems, so therefore it's not as expensive things, because now you can get it on other systems other than just, because this was at a time when I only just got, when it was only available on the Vita, so I don't know. I see opponents in front. Yeah, but I've got first place, so I'll take it. Next. But yeah, Virtua Racing is one, because it's only like $10 on the Nintendo eShop. I actually tried to look it up. PS2 Japanese release of Virtua Racing wasn't part of the compilation, came out by itself. Yeah, because you got the compilation. Yeah, because I got the Sega Classics collection, which included what else did it include? It included Outrun, it included Golden Axe, I think. I can't remember. I have to look. I'll have to look behind and look at my shelf and see what the answer is. Is there any way to grind? No. Oh, wow. Oh, yeah, I got a bananas. Come on, get closer. Closer. Well, he tried to use the, green shell on me, but at least that didn't work. Oh no! You do see, yeah, I mean, you still got those references to older Mario games here on these new circuits. I don't know if what was got convenient. That's what I'm saying, awesome, yeah. Yeah, I guess, yeah, Persona 4 was niche. It was on the PS2, and then it was only exclusively in Japan, then it was only available on the Vita outside. It was considered the best game on that system, yeah. I'm just, yeah. Should just be thankful that people, Sega actually listened and then eventually released a full version. Ooh. Safari circuit. Interesting. Ooh, Jesus. How did I dodge that? They're pretty good circuits designs. How you go from a sprint and then the final checkpoint is literally just, yeah, a lap, a circuit lap. Land on the rail, get that speed. Oh, part of me was hoping you could actually grind on that. There's an opponent right behind me, by the way. I know it. Because Rosalina still... I was about to say, I thought I was going to play as a different character. And then the character that I switched... Yeah, that I switched as would actually steal the points or something. No, that's not the case. Rosalina still gets the full... Gets the maximum points. Tony Hawk's... I would say a Tony Hawk styled game, you know, a Mario with Mario characters sounds better, Stronky, I would say. Alright. Oh, that could have been better. It's almost like Mario Kart Rally in a way. In a way, you do these long stages, and then you complete one stage, and then you go on to the next one. It's like, and they're all connected in a way. Yeah, they did that with Disney, I suppose, and they tried it with The Simpsons and failed miserably. Permanent, pretty much. I know you can grind up here on the bridge. That I do know, because I did that at PAX. Come on. Okay, I'm in the lead. Without 3 being a success. Yeah, it's a good thing. Oh, I think I got someone. They're probably right on my tail at this point. I think there might be... Okay, what's this food? Oh, pizza. Oh, You don't drink on your birthday? Oh, Warren, I don't drink at all. I don't drink any alcohol whatsoever. Yeah, fair enough, Captain Fruit Loops. Oh, shit. Yeah, I reckon after this Grand Prix, we'll probably stop there. No, I don't drink at all, so... I like to be as healthy as I can, and not drinking obviously helps. Do the stare in this. Maybe PugTech, I don't know. We'll see. If there's an opportunity for him to do that. Oh, I missed the... Hang on. There we go. Get a bit of speed. Rosalina wearing her cap, wearing a cap backwards. I never thought I'd see that, but there you go. Yeah, I'm somewhat familiar with this truck because thanks to... Oh no! Come on. God give me strength. Yeah, T-Toilet. T-Toilet. I don't even know how to pronounce it, but yeah, you could say I am that. I honestly think she looks. Between you and me, I think she looks better in that outfit than her dress. I think forwards looks better on me personally, especially when I'm wearing a button shirt. Look at the logo. Look at the logo on this as well, guys. Anyone a fan of Rammstein? Welcome in, hero. There you go. Share the same. Is it? Well, technically my birthday was yesterday, but yeah, tell your friend happy birthday as well. Flip up head light, yeah. Saturn, I am now officially 31 years old. Like I said, if I'm fit enough to run a marathon, I'm not complaining I'm not really complaining about my age anymore now that it late to the stream. That's okay, Kirk. Kirk, yeah, I just want to make sure I'm correct. This will be the last race and then I'll go to bed. It's almost midnight. Oh, I got someone. And I got someone else. Almost. There you go. Oh no, the Just Chatting camera got turned off. Must have, yeah, ran out of battery. Damn it. Welcome to the new 20s. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty fit and healthy for my age. People still, even to this day, even with a beard, still think I'm in my mid to late 20s. So, you know, if I'm aging well enough, then I shouldn't be complaining. If I'm aging well and I live in a nice house like I do now, I shouldn't be complaining too much about my age. I mean, there's nothing I can do about it, regardless of whether I complain or not. You age, and you stay alive. You know, it is what it is, I suppose. Oh, I could probably... Oh, could I... Oh, wow, that was a good dodge. Nice. Yeah, can I just say, at the moment, Mario Kart World is a very, very good Mario Kart game, of course. As good as Mario Kart 8, though, that's... I don't think I've played it enough to know. Yeah. Shit. Hang on. Stop it! Give me something that can actually fight back against this thing. This is the final lap. Here we go. Because that was the last race as well. Thank you, by the way, Amit. Can I just say, I've won every single race since starting this game. Since started playing. What happened to the hair? Oh, awesome. I shaved it like 5 years ago. I've had a bald head for like over 4 years now. It's just been receding, and I just decided to shave it off completely instead of getting hair plugs or hair transplants. I'd rather it's better to just commit to it, I'd say. Nah, I was just self-conscious about losing my hair at a pretty young, like in my early 20s, so I just thought, just shave it off, and I'm glad that I did. That's why. It made me realize they're wearing caps and beanies. Good space. Did a Kurt Angle lost his hair versus hair? Pretty much. Yeah, I was fighting against... You could say I was fighting against my own hair, but, you know, a bit like Kurt Angle, at least he committed to... I mean, he was losing his... The way he saw it, he was probably losing his hair and probably decided to use it as an angle for wrestling. So, yeah. Pug Tech? Guys, if you look at Lex Luthor from, you know, the latest Superman film, it is me. It is basically a doppelganger of me. It's unbelievable. Every time I show a picture of, you know, that Lex Luthor, everybody thinks, they're like, oh shit, that really... The problem is I currently have a beard at the moment, so it doesn't look exactly like me. If I did shave my head like this and the whole beard, it's crazy how similar that looks to me. if I had shaved, look, that's the thing. I didn't want to shave my beard because I ended up putting this on and actually tried out a few outfits, you know, in preparation for PAX, and I realized, oh, actually the beard actually looks better. Had to, but nowadays he's bald. Yeah, it's better to just be bald than get hair transplants, because in my opinion, it looks so obvious that you got to transplant yourself. It's better to just shave it on, just be like, yep, that's it. Thankfully, I've actually got a decent shave. I didn't actually, here's the thing, I actually clipped my hair. I didn't actually shave it off completely. But, you know, normally, I only shave it off completely for special occasions when it's really worth the effort, if that makes sense. Anyway, it's midnight now, guys. I should probably, technically it's not my birthday. Well, it was my birthday yesterday, but you get what I mean. I think we'll probably end it there, I would say. Now, I'm live on YouTube at the moment, so you guys want to watch this VOD, you can actually watch it from my main YouTube channel. So, and I was conflicted. I really wanted to punch Lex in the face. Now, I thought Lex Luthor was almost likable in the film just because of how entertaining he is. Come on, Pug Tech. He really hates Superman, I know that much. If it looks good either way. Thank you, Awesome. Yeah, like I said, it's better to just commit to it. Anyway, I'm gonna end it on YouTube in a couple of seconds, and then I'm gonna raid on Twitch. So, just to be clear, guys, I will be this live stream, because I'm streaming on YouTube at the same time. This VOD will be available on my main YouTube channel on ColourShedProductions. So, who are your favorite wrestlers? Probably Undertaker was my favorite one growing up back in the day, and The Rock and Kurt Angle. Those were my favorites. It was awesome. I really wanted to. Sounds like I gotta watch Sounds like I really gotta watch Superman. Yeah. So yeah, if you guys want to watch this VOD, this will be on YouTube, on my main YouTube channel. So yeah, if you're watching from the YouTube side, I am going to end this stream in a couple of seconds. So. Yeah, thanks for joining in on this live stream. That was a long one, but, you know, I'm not going to be streaming again for a very long time, so I thought I might as well make this one count. I had a lot to talk about, and, you know, it was my birthday yesterday, so thanks for joining in, everyone. I really appreciate it. So if you're watching this from YouTube, have a good morning, afternoon, evening, good night, wherever you guys are, whatever side of the world you're on. Speak to you guys very soon. A new, the PAX PS2 panel should be out in a couple of days, so keep an eye out for that, and Spenny out. Yeah, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, that's a good one.